The homecoming court and their escorts are now circling the track. First in line are the escorts. Trevor Cole represents the freshman class, and Bryson Steverson is representing the sophomore class. Zane Hope represents the junior class. Ian Poe, Jacob Dixon, and Justin Prebola are escorting the senior attendants. Escorting our THS homecoming queen is Joe Duncan. The escorts would like to thank Chase Dixon for the use of their trucks. Now we'd like to recognize Isabella's driver is her father, Mr. Jonathan Lindstrom, and her family would like to thank Mr. Jerry Tilt for the use of their car. Next being chauffeured by Brian Skelton, the sophomore attendant, Miss Bailey Cyree. Bailey and her family would like to thank Brian Skelton for the use of his car. Next is junior attendant Lucia Hernandez Casado. She has been driven by Mr. James Myers, who is also the owner of the car. The family would like to thank Mr. Myers for the use of his car tonight. We now recognize senior attendant Miss Jayla Bayo, who is being taxied by her mother, Miss Tiffany Bayo. Jayla and her family would like to thank Russell Barnett Ford for the use of the car. Our next senior attendant is Miss Mary Catherine Stroop, who has been driven by her father, Mr. Jeff Stroop, in a car provided by Dan and Martha Mearns. Our third attendant is Miss Ansley Vaughn. She is being driven by Mr. Seton Nikowitz, who also owns the car. Our flower girl is Miss Penelope Goodman, and crown bearer, Mr. William Robinson. Penelope and William are being driven around the track by Mr. Richard Johnson. Penelope, William, and their families would like to thank Mr. Johnson for the use of his car. Riding in the final car is our queen, Miss Madeline Bobo. Her car is owned by her grandfather, Mr. Paul Bass. Mr. Paul Bass is also driving Madeline around the track. Tonight's crowns are sponsored by Woodard's Diamonds and Designs. The roses for our homecoming attendants and queen were donated by Flowers by Faith. And the sashes for our attendants and queen were designed by and made by Mrs. McCullough and her digital arts students. The cadets on honor detail flanking the 50-yard line are Cadet Lance Corporal Michael Turner, Cadet Private First Class Mason Swartz, Cadet Private Jesus Deflin, Cadet Private Tommy Turner, Cadet Private Caden Evans, Cadet Nicholas Robbins, Cadet Private Sonny Stowe, Cadet Private Zaylen Spinner, Cadet Sergeant Anthony Belize, Cadet Private Landon Suit. We would like to now begin our crowning ceremony and introduce the honored students tonight on the Tullahoma Wildcat football homecoming court. The students attended and queen were nominated and elected by their classmates. The court will cross the field flanked by the THS Marching Band and Junior ROTC honor detail. And now the 2021 THS Homecoming Court. The freshman attendant for the 2021 Homecoming Court is Miss Isabella Lindstrom. Isabella, the daughter of Mary and Jonathan Lindstrom, She is a member of the volleyball and basketball teams here at THS. Isabella is escorted by Peral Cohn. Trevor is the son of Krista and Lee Cole. He is a member of the Tullahoma baseball and golf teams. Isabella will be sashed by freshman class president Claire Fogarty and presented with flowers by senior Kaylee Smith. Congratulations, Miss Isabella Lindstrom. The sophomore attendant is Miss Bailey Cyree, escorted by Mr. Bryson Stevenson. Bailey is the daughter of Leah and Rhett Turner. Bailey enjoys her time as a varsity cheerleader here at THS. Bryson is a son of Miss Victoria King and is a member of the Tullahoma High School football team. Bailey will be sashed by sophomore class president Anna Claire Ray. Her flowers are presented by sophomore vice president Anna Lee. Congratulations, Miss Cyree. Our homecoming attendant elected by the junior class is Lucia Hernandez Casado, and her escort is Mr. Zane Hope. Lucia is the daughter of Luis Hernandez and Pilar Casado, an exchange student from Spain. Lucia's American parents are Vicky and Jeff Morgan. Lucia plays tennis and is planning to join the tennis team while here at THS, and she also is a member of the THS swim team. Zane Hope is the son of Amy and John Hope. He is a member of the THS football team, basketball teams, and track teams. Sashi Miss Hernandez Casado will be junior class president Hannah Chesser. Presenting her flowers is junior class vice president Thompson Fan. Congratulations to junior attendant Miss Hernandez Casado. Our first senior attendant is Miss Jayla Miracle Bayo, escorted by Ian Poe. Jayla is the daughter of Tiffany Bayo. She is a member of Wild, DECA, HOSA here at THS. Her future plans include becoming a travel nurse after attending Middle Tennessee State University. Mr. Ian Poe is the son of Nathan and Julie Poe. He is a member of the THS varsity football team. His future plans include playing football while getting a degree at a university. Sashi Miss Bayo will be junior class secretary Kendra Young. Presenting her flowers is freshman secretary Aaliyah Howard. Congratulations, Miss Bayo. Miss Mary Catherine Stroop is our next senior homecoming attendant. She is escorted by Mr. Jacob Dixon. Miss Stroop is the daughter of Jody and Jeff Stroop. She's a varsity cheerleader, a member of NHS and DECA. Mary Catherine also volunteers at Frank Mullins Football League. Her post-high school plans include studying at Ole Miss University. Jacob is the son of Carl and Lisa Dixon. He is a varsity member of the THS football team, basketball, and baseball teams. After high school, Jacob intends to attend either Montlow or MTSU. Miss Stroop will be sassed by senior Kaylee Smith and presented flowers by senior Vincent Lynn. Congratulations, Ms. Stroop. Our final senior attendant is Miss Ansley Vaughn. She is escorted by Mr. Justin Pribola. Ansley, the daughter of Dr. Richard and Laura Vaughn. She is a member of the THS varsity cheerleading team and holds the title of the Distinguished Women of Tullahoma. Her future plans are to attend either University of Tennessee at Martin and make the cheer team, or attend the University of Tennessee at Knoxville and make the dance team. Justin is the son of John and Cindy Pribola. He is a member of the THS band, NHS, and the tennis team. After graduation, he plans to study at the University of Tennessee at Knoxville. Miss Vaughn will be sassed by sophomore Abby Lynch and freshman secretary Haley Pribola. Preceding our homecoming queen are the flower girl and crown bearer, Penelope Goodman and William Robinson. Miss Penelope Goodman is the daughter of Emily and Brady Goodman. Penelope is in first grade at Bel Air Elementary. She plays baseball, soccer, emphatically loves her mom. Her three favorite things are candy, teeth, and her mom. Penelope wants to be a dentist when she grows up. Mr. William Robinson is the son of Erica and Fred Robinson. William is in kindergarten at Bel Air Elementary. He plays baseball, football, and loves to hunt and go fishing. When he grows up, he wants to be a veterinarian. Miss Penelope will be crowned by Senior Class President Amy Pham. William is receiving a football signed by the 2021 THS varsity football team from the student body president, Joe Bagby. And now, we are proud to present the 2021 Tullahoma Wildcat Football Homecoming Queen, Miss Madeline Claire Bobo. Miss Bobo is escorted by Joseph Duncan. Madeline is the daughter of Andy and Claire Bobo. She is a member of the THS Varsity Cheerleading Squad, National Honor Society, DECA, HOSA, a member of THS Wild. Madeline says after the graduation from THS, she will attend the University of Tennessee at Knoxville and enroll in the nursing program and pursue a career as a nurse practitioner. Joseph is the son of Heather and John Duncan. Joe plays football, basketball, and baseball, all at the varsity levels. He plans to one day play his sports at the collegiate level and pursue a degree in business. Miss Bobo will be sassed by THS Student Body President Joe Bagby. Receive her flowers from Senior Class President Amy Pham. Miss Bobo is being crowned by Principal Jason Quick. Congratulations to our Tullahoma High School homecoming queen, Miss Madeline Claire Bobo. I now present to you the 2021 Wildcat Football Homecoming Queen and her court. Congratulations to all these young ladies and gentlemen for this honor bestowed on them by their classmates. Thank you to the class and student body officers, the THS band, the junior ROTC escort detail, and the parents of the court for their help with homecoming festivities. The court will pose for pictures by Miss Cindy Travola, and then the escorts will seat the court for the football game. Our officials for tonight's game: referee Paul Barnes, umpire Larry Baker, head lineman Maverick Mosley, line judge Philip Whiteside, back judge Joey Fuller, and the electric clock operator Richard Pack.
Welcome to Wilkins Stadium, WC Dub Cooper Field on the west side of John Olive Boulevard. It's time for Tullahoma Wildcat football on the Light Tube Sports Network. Along with Ken Keller, I'm Scott Shastine. Tonight we have got a great contest for you. Undefeated Tullahoma, undefeated Peral Cohn, homecoming on a beautiful autumn evening in southern Middle Tennessee. Ken, it doesn't get any better.
No, it doesn't, Scott. Number 2 against number 3. We've got a titanic clash here tonight at Wilkins Stadium.
Pearl Cohn comes in, a lot of college prospects. It's a dangerous team for Tullahoma.
Well, you know, you start with Barryon Brown. He's an exciting, explosive playmaker, wide receiver, the number 8 athlete in the entire country, but this is not a one-man team. These guys have 13 players listed on the roster, 280 pounds or heavier. They're big and they're fast.
Ken, what are the keys to victory for the Wildcats tonight?
KFC. I love Kentucky Fried Chicken, KFC. So keep the pearl in the oyster. The pearl does not become a pearl unless it gets out of its shell. So we do have to contain Barryon Brown. This guy is a state champion in track, runs a 10.41, the number 3 recruit in the entire state. He's phenomenal. We must neutralize him. Number 2, we've got to fight fire with fire. They have offensive firepower, explosive firepower offensively does these Pearl Cohn Firebirds. Tullahoma's going to have to match them in points. I think 30 is going to take the first one to 30 points is going to win this football game. You know, we cooked some Red Hawks last week. We want to roast some Firebirds over the fire tonight, okay? And so, lastly, C. We have to claw deep. It's going to take a little extra tonight for Tullahoma to win this game. This is the most talented team that they've faced, certainly in the regular season to the playoffs this year. We're going to face adversity. We got to handle that adversity by playing the next play. Just keep playing hard, but they're going to have to claw deep. If we do that, KFC, we got a chance to win this game tonight, Scott.
Should be a great one tonight. Tullahoma and Pearl Cohn on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Raising the flag
It's
in the
just
end
about
zone,
time
Cadet
for the
Flag
national
Corporal
anthem.
Jaden Lee.
Sit back
Cadet
and
Flag
enjoy a
Corporal
great ball
Corporal
game between
Peral
Pearl Cohn and
Cadet
Tullahoma.
Staff Sergeant Alan Hamilton. Will you please rise? Under the direction of Justin Scott, the Tullahoma High School Marching Band will now play our national anthem.
Cohn's one of the best 4A teams in the state. They've already knocked off Montgomery Bell Academy as well as some others, and they're undefeated as we are. Offensively, we've got to be able to have positive plays. It's hard to overcome negative plays when you play a team of the caliber of Peral Cohn. They're very big up front, very athletic behind them. Kind of the standard Metro thing of 4 big ones up front and 7 deer play behind that run the ball down. And so for us to have success offensively, we'll have to execute. We'll have to limit the number of negative plays that we have. And then when we get a chance for a big shot, we need to be able to complete it, make it happen. Well, offensively, they've got multiple weapons. They've probably got 4 or 5 young men that can outrun our fastest player. So we've got to figure out where the ball's going quickly and try to get there and make the tackle. And just like we struggled some and would have to finally hem in number 2 or number 3 for Marshall County, that's what it'll be like all night long for us, and trying to hem in Brown, who's a wide receiver that the University of Alabama has offered, so that tells you how high quality he is. They've got a transfer in Robinson that's their running back, who transferred from one of the private schools to them. So, you know, our hands are full. We know that, but we also know that we're a pretty good football team. So defensively, we just got to be able to tackle them. That'll be the hardest thing, tackling them in space and getting them hemmed up so that you don't give them any running lanes to gash you by. And our young men study video well. Peral Cohn's not a very complex team. And that's where we've got to get the advantage. We've got to get the advantage that our young men study the video. They see a formation. They know what the formation means. They know where the ball, what the odds are, where the ball's going to go. And that allows us to play fast. And that's what we've got to be able to do, is play fast. You know, we've probably made Peral Cohn a homecoming opponent for the first time for them in probably 2 decades. There's not very many people that choose them as a homecoming opponent. We didn't have a whole lot of choice in the matter.
The Wilkins Stadium, along with Ken Keller, I'm Scott Shasteen. Tullahoma and Peral Cohn tonight, a battle of undefeated teams for first place in Region 5 4A. As you can see on the Light Tube Sports Network, the captains are meeting in the middle of the field. The coin is being tossed. And looks like Peral Cohn has won the toss. They have declined the decision. Happens almost every week. See if Tullahoma will take the football. Great home crowd here tonight. Homecoming, perfect fall weather. Tullahoma will take the football. The Wildcats will move from right to left to open the game. Tullahoma in their all Cardinal uniforms. Peral Cohn in black pants, white jerseys, black helmets with red trim. So the captains make their way back to their individual teams. They're poised in the end zone. Wherever you're listening in southern Middle Tennessee on 93.9 The Duck, watching the Light Tube Sports Network, or listening around the world on 93.9theduck.com. It's a perfect night, mid-season, undefeated, state ranked in the top 5, both teams eyeing a long playoff run. It's football time in Tullahoma. This is a great environment. The ribeye sandwiches were excellent. The crowd is excited. A lot of familiar faces back for homecoming, Ken. This is what it's all about right here. This is high school football on a Friday night in southern Middle Tennessee.
No doubt about it. It's just high-octane energy here tonight. I mean, just a little bit different feel in the stadium, it seems to me. And in pregame warm-ups, both teams eyeballing each other around the 50-yard line, jawing a little bit. Pretty interesting.
So now, as you mentioned in the pregame hit down on the track, Peral Cohn's not a one-man team. Barry and Brown is great, but they have got a lot of speed, a lot of size. This is the most talented team Tullahoma's faced really in a few years. Now, I know, the Wildcats 12-1 last year. They lost to Nolensville. This team's nothing like Nolensville. No,
Tullahoma's facing a different animal tonight. Big, strong, physical, and fast.
So the Wildcats and the Firebirds. Now the winner of this game will be in first place in Region 5 4A. If Montgomery Central wins tonight, they'll also be tied for first place. Neither one of these teams has played Montgomery Central yet. The loser tonight does not necessarily get bumped down to a third or fourth playoff spot. It's a long season. Everybody's got nothing left but region games. So 8 region games. You just want to stay undefeated as long as you can.
Well, certainly you want home field advantage in the playoffs as long as you can get it. And wouldn't that be nice for the Wildcats? If they can get a win tonight, they put themselves in the driver's seat to accomplish that.
The winner tonight certainly has a leg up in home field advantage. Camille Tennis, 5'10", 160 senior, will kick off for Peral Cohn. Back to receive for Tullahoma, Jacob Dixon and Joe Duncan. So we are just about set to get underway. Maybe the most anticipated battle between high-ranked teams in the state tonight. We saw the guru of Tennessee high school football, Murphy Fair, here. So, wherever Murphy's at, it's a big game. This is a big game. Tennis set to kick off. Tullahoma set to receive. Here we go. It's a low spinning end-over-end kick taken by Duncan at the 5, the 10, the 15, 20, 25, 30. Duncan slammed out of bounds as he got outside the 30-yard line to the 35, and Tullahoma will have it first down and 10.
Yeah, excellent return there by Mr. Duncan down the Tullahoma sidelines. Kayvon Coffey, number 21, pelted him on the sidelines.
Said he got pelted.
He was pelted.
So Tullahoma will line up quickly. Starting running back is Keyshawn Cummings. Jacob Dixon, Joe Duncan split to the right side. Malik Grizzard split to the left side. Tight end, strong side, left side. Ryan Scott is the quarterback for the Wildcats. Big defensive line for Peral Cohn. Scott hands it to Cummings. Cummings tries to shake free but can't. He's dropped for maybe a loss of 1.
Well, no doubt about it. Two of those guys featured on that defensive line. This guy has 25 letters in his name. Big Legarius Abernathy Robinson, number 44. Scott, he's 6'2", 295. He's agile, disruptive, good feet, powerful strike. He's going to be hard to move on that line.
You and me together aren't 6'2", 295.
Got that right.
Cats line it up now. Loss of 1 for Cummings, so it's 2nd down and 11, Tullahoma at the 34. Logan Crouch, Ian Poe, J.T. Taylor, Zach Swagger, and Caden Bradford on that offensive line. A little screen pass, a little wide receiver screen to Dixon. Dixon gets a block from Duncan, makes his way out over the 35 to the 38, a gain of 4.
Well, that's Tullahoma's go-to play, their little bread and butter play, that little slip screen out real quick to the wide receivers. We saw that featured early in the season, but we saw vertical passing game last week. 3 long bombs Ryan Scott connected on last week at Creekwood.
So 3rd and 7 Wildcats at the 38-yard line. 3 receivers wide to the left, 2 to the right, empty backfield for Ryan Scott. Senior quarterback. Looks over the defense. Takes a snap. It's a wide receiver screen to Dixon. Dixon's got it, breaks a tackle 40, 45, 50. Jacob Dixon down the near sideline, inside Peral Cohn territory to the 45-yard line. That's a Wildcat first down.
Well, that's just excellent athletic ability by Mr. Dixon. Jacob makes a great play, makes the first cornerback miss, who gambled a little bit on that when he split the defenders, and great run after the catch by Jacob Dixon.
17 yards on the pass from Scott to Dixon. Ball rest at the Peral Cohn 45. No score, 10:25 to go first quarter. Scott with Cummings to his left. Hands it to Keyshawn. Keyshawn's nice little gap inside the 40. Down to the 39 goes Cummings, a gain of 6.
Boy, that pancake policy flattened Mr. Number 44 on that one. The aforementioned Legarius Robinson. So takes a lot of strength to knock a 295-pound man down.
Gain of 5 for Keyshawn Cummings. 2nd down and 5 Wildcats at the Firebird 40. 3 receivers to the right for the Cats. The H-back on the left side is Ethan Anderson. Here's Cummings, a little misdirection. Cummings gets 3, going to be short of the first down. That will bring up 3rd and about 2, and here's our first flag of the night.
Well, Tullahoma did not have success on their first rushing play, but pretty good success the last couple. If we can, churn out 4 yards a carry, we'll be good tonight. Hit by the big nose guard, 51, Taurus Turrentine. Scott, he's 6'3", 325, a massive space eater in that interior line for the Firebirds.
So let's see what the call is. It's going to be against Peral Cohn. Personal foul, Peral Cohn. That'll add 15 yards for the Wildcats. A little too much interaction in the secondary there. 1st and 10, Tullahoma. The ball will rest at the Peral Cohn 22-yard line.
And Cats already in field goal range. Let's try to get a touchdown here, but nice drive to start the game out for Tullahoma.
We're scoreless, 9:25 to go first quarter. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for the Wildcats. Anderson, the H-back on the right side. Big Cam Robinson in there at right tackle for the right guard for the Wildcats. And here is Cummings. Cummings tries to cut it back, spins his way down to the 20, maybe to the 19 goes Keyshawn. Gain of a couple.
Yeah, I like, Tullahoma showing balance early, run with the pass. Run was stuffed early, but they get a couple screen passes, and now running the ball a little bit better. You just got to keep them honest. 2nd
down and 8, Tullahoma at the Peral Cohn 20. 3 receivers to the right, Melton, Dixon, Duncan. Grizzard and Chris Usselton. No, it's Cummings and Chris Usselton split to the left side. Empty backfield, Usselton in motion. Scott wants to throw it to Usselton. Usselton makes the catch. Usselton splits the gap at the 15, maintains his feet at the 10, and he's inside the 10. It's 1st down, goal to go Wildcats.
Well, another athletic play by a Tullahoma receiver. That's Chris Usselton, the senior. He caught a 75-yard bomb touchdown last week against the Red Hawks, and I saw his grandfather, Ralph White, a couple times at the hospital this week. He works out there. He's very excited for his grandson to play this game tonight.
There's a flag on the play. It is holding against Tullahoma, so that play will come back. So a nice gain nullified there by the holding penalty. It's going to take the Cats back to the 20, to the 30. Goodness, that holding was way in the backfield, the 32-yard line.
Yeah, and the news gets worse. Brody Milton limps off for Tullahoma, the Tullahoma tight end, defensive end. They need him back in this game.
First down and 20, Tullahoma at the Peral Cohn 32.
And Dr. Colin Bills will take a look at him. He does a great job with injuries. Hopefully we can get this young man mended and back out there.
Dixon and Duncan split wide to the left, stacked. Receivers also stacked to the right. Running back is Cummings. Cummings has got it, tried to go around the right side, nothing there for Keyshawn. 2nd and 20.
Well, that was our boy Barryon Brown, or their boy. He plays safety too, so he came up and made a really nice tackle on that. Plays both ways. This guy's a number 8 athlete in the entire country, a 5-star wide receiver being recruited by almost every team in the country.
Gain of 2 for Cummings. It's 2nd and 18 for the Wildcats. Back to throw is Ryan Scott. Flag down. Could be a free play for Tullahoma. Scott scrambles to the left to the 30, 25-20, 15-yard line goes Ryan Scott, but there's a flag on the play. They'll spot it at the 13.
Nice job by Scott not to force the ball into coverage. Nice coverage by the Firebird secondary on the Wildcat receivers there.
Gain of 17 yards for Ryan Scott. Let's see what the flag is. It came early like an offside or an illegal procedure on the far sideline. Flag still laying there. And you know, Ken, the longer football goes, the more officials get together and confer. Have you noticed that?
Yes.
It is a sideline warning against Peral Cohn. So that was the flag on the far sideline. Just a sideline warning. The first one is not a penalty. It's a warning. So Tullahoma will have it. First, did we get a first? No. 3rd and 1. So a gain of 17. 3rd down and 1 Wildcats. The ball at the Peral Cohn 12.
See what play call we get here.
7:13 to go in a scoreless first quarter. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Scott with Cummings to his left. Tullahoma's got 6 offensive linemen in. And Scott will hand it to Cummings. Cummings trying to find some room inside there, and the Diesel trucks his way close to the 10-yard line. He's close to a first down. I think he got it.
Well, this Pancake Posse mixing it up with this Firebird defensive line, so they're holding their own now for sure. So very impressive opening drive for Tullahoma. They've already milked 5+ minutes off the clock.
Tullahoma has it 1st down and 10 at the Peral Cohn 11-yard line. The Wildcats can get a first down without scoring, but why? Punch it in the end zone.
Yeah, I hear lots of cowbells in this Wildcat fan base tonight.
You told them to bring them.
I did.
It's your
on the
fault.
Chastain Show Monday night. That's right.
Tullahoma 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Cummings again. Cuts it back to the inside. Keyshawn to the 5, to the 4. Brought down at the 2-yard line, a gain of 9.
Well, one of our keys to victory tonight was to fight fire with fire. We're going to have to score points. I think this is going to be a very high-scoring game. Both teams, exceptional athlete, both sides of the ball. That's not to diminish the defense. It's just the firepower on both teams is really a lot on both sides. 2nd down and 1, and Peral Cohn wants to talk about it. 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. We are scoreless on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Prescott Bottling is proud to present the Talk of T-Town, a show dedicated to showing off all the outstanding events occurring in the Tullahoma City School System. A 4th-generation family business, Prescott Bottling has been servicing Middle Tennessee since 1930 and proudly providing some of the best soft drinks around, including everyone's favorite, Sundrop. For over 50 years, Prescott Bottling and Sundrop have been staples of the Tullahoma community, supporting Tullahoma high school students and celebrating all their success both on and off the field.
Tullahoma has kept the ball for 6 minutes here in the first quarter. The Wildcats have it 2nd and 1 at the Peral Cohn 2-yard line. Ryan Scott hands it to Keyshawn Cummings. Cummings over left tackle. Touchdown, Tullahoma. Keyshawn Cummings from 2 yards out.
Well, that was a smash-mouth drive by the Tullahoma Wildcats. You know, they do it with the running, the nice 17-yard run by the quarterback, screen left, screen right, a couple little effective runs, no long passes down the field. But, hey, we come out with a touchdown. That's a way to make an exclamation point to start this contest out for Tullahoma offense.
So Tullahoma commits a holding penalty and overcomes it. Peral Cohn commits a personal foul and helps us. Justice Chadwick's kick is up and good. 5:56 to play in the first quarter. Tullahoma 7, Peral Cohn nothing on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Terry Stroop here with Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. We'd like to take this time to thank everybody for trusting us with their home and their business heating and cooling comfort. We'd like to take this time to remind everybody it's time for fall maintenance checks. They're taking appointments right now. We also would like to congratulate the 2022 class at Tullahoma High School seniors. Special shout out to 2 of those, which are our grandchildren, Mary Catherine and Owen Stroop. Let's go, Wildcats.
Whether it's a home loan, a business loan, a personal loan, a loan for any good reason, Citizens Tri-County Bank is here to help you with the loans you need. With caring, friendly lending pros at convenient offices across Tullahoma, we love our community and we take pride in helping people get the loans they need. Citizens Tri-County Bank, focused on making loans for the individuals and businesses of our community.
Tullahoma marches 65 yards in 10 plays using 6:04 off the clock, scoring on a 2-yard run by Keyshawn Cummings, and the Wildcats lead the Firebirds 7-0. And Justice Chadwick kickoff 7 yards into the end zone. So Peral Cohn's offense will come on the field for the first time and start at their 20-yard line.
Well, lots of weapons. We said Tullahoma had to match firepower with firepower. That starts at quarterback for Keyshawn Tarleton, number 2. Dual threat. He will pull it and run, much like Ryan Scott. They have some Bulldogs at running back, too. Jaden Robinson, number 6. He's hard to tackle on first contact, punishing runner at 5'11", 205 with these speedy wideouts they have as well.
So Robinson to the right of Tarleton as Peral Cohn brings a man in motion. They'll hand it to Robinson straight up the middle, and Robinson out over the 25 to the 29. He's close to a first down. The ball's on the ground. Tullahoma says, we got that football, and the officials say no. So Robinson picked up 8. 2nd down and 2.
Yeah, watch this guy on film all week. He did the first man. You're going to have to gang tackle this guy.
Hand off Robinson.
He's a beast.
Out over the 30 for the Peral Cohn first down to the 32.
A lot like our guy Cummings. Now, at wide receiver, there's 2 of them. Barryon Brown, this guy ran a 10.41 100-meter. That is the 3rd fastest time in TSSAA in any class since 1985. Fastest player in the state, number 7.
2 receivers split to the left. Tarleton to throw. Here comes the pressure. He is sacked. Big Logan Crouch put the sack on him, but good pressure by the interior of that Tullahoma defense.
Well, Logan Crouch, the strongest player on this Tullahoma team. Bench press is 415 pounds, so he just overpowered his man on the left side of that Peral Cohn line and got the quarterback.
Loss of 7, 2nd down and 17, Peral Cohn at their 25. 4:45 left to go first quarter. Cats on top, 7-0. Firebirds split 2 receivers to the left. Tarleton in the shotgun. Brings a man in motion. That's Brown. He's got the football. Barryon Brown cuts it back at the 30, and he's dropped at the 32. Jacob Dixon with a tackle for the Wildcats.
Yeah, Dixon active early in this game, and that's what you got to do. Cut him off before he gets in the open field because he's a jitterbug in the opening field. He's got blazing speed. This guy's an excellent route runner. He will block downfield. You just got to get him before he gets going.
Gain of 8 for Brown. 3rd and 9, Peral Cohn at the Firebird 33-yard line. 4 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Tullahoma leads by 7. Tarleton in the shotgun. Tarleton back to throw. Here comes pressure. It's the screen pass, and it's incomplete. So Tullahoma brought the pressure. Good call by Peral Cohn. The pass incomplete.
Yeah, nice job by Caden Tucker staying with the running back on that one. So he really diagnosed that play. He's a very heady football player. Great football IQ is Caden Tucker, the Wildcat linebacker.
4th down and 9, Firebirds at their 33. And Peral Cohn will punt it. Berrien Brown is the punter, so that's about as dangerous as it gets.
No doubt about it.
Jacob Dixon not giving Brown a lot of respect as he's standing on the Tullahoma 40-yard line. I'm sure Brown has the green light anytime he sees it. Brown, a low kick. Dixon catches the line drive at the 40, 45-50, 45-40, 35. Dixon cuts it back at the 30-yard line, and that's where the Wildcats will begin this series at the Peral Cohn 30-yard line. Fine return by Jacob Dixon.
Oh, no doubt. You know, special teams making a difference for the Wildcats early. Joe Duncan with the opening kickoff gives Tullahoma excellent field position out to the 35, and now this Dixon punt return. We start on their side of the field. No flags on the play.
Ball rest at the Peral Cohn 30-yard line. With 3:39 to go in the first quarter, Tullahoma with the ball leading 7-0. And boy, on that first series, Ken, Tullahoma, as you said, they punched Peral Cohn in the mouth.
Oh, no doubt about it. You know, and I thought Tullahoma came to this game with great momentum. Last week was the perfect storm for Tullahoma. Had a 49-2 lead at Creekwood. They get 4 turnovers in the third quarter, blow that game away, and they played lots of players, Scott, and came out injury-free. 3
receivers split to the right, 1 to the left for the Wildcats. Cummings, the tailback, on the right hip of Ryan Scott. He'll hand it to the Diesel, and the Diesel trucks inside the 30 down to the 28 before he's driven back. A gain of a couple for Keyshawn Cummings. See where he spotted at the 28, a gain of 2.
You know, when you run the ball like that, you keep that pass rush honest. And so Tullahoma offensive coordinators, nice play mix, keeping things balanced early. Tullahoma not yet went vertically downfield. They went horizontally with some screens. Let's see what we do here.
2nd down and 8, Wildcats at the 28. Scott fakes the pitch. Scott's going to run it. Little stutter step. Ryan Scott is blasted. After a gain of 1 to the 27, Scott hit and dropped.
Yeah, he was blasted by Kayvon Coffey. That's 2 nice hits for him early in this game. But, you know, when your safety's got to make tackles on the quarterback, that's not a good sign for Peral Cohn. So, nice job of dancing around and making something happen by the Tullahoma quarterback.
3rd and 7, Wildcats at the Peral Cohn 28. Right now, this would be a 45-yard field goal for Justice Chadwick. 3 receivers to the right. Cummings goes in motion. Scott looks to the right. Scott's going to go deep. He's got him wide open. Complete. Touchdown, Tullahoma. Jacob Dixon from Ryan Scott from 27 yards away.
Well, Berrien Brown hits him in the end zone, but not after he crosses the goal line. So a busted coverage of sorts there in the Firebird secondary. Jacob Dixon is hot tonight. That young man's come to play. And the vertical passing game is on target again. 3 bombs last week from Ryan Scott to the Tullahoma targets. He puts that one right on the money to a wide-open Jacob Dixon.
27 yards on the completion from Scott to Dixon. Chadwick. And the kick is a low line drive, but it is good. 2:20 to go in the first quarter. Wildcats lead at 14-0 on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Furniture and Merchandise Outlet is a factory direct furniture store based here in Tennessee. Family owned and operated for 27 years, we promise you hometown service and the guaranteed best price in the state, every time. Come see our 30,000 square foot showroom with a warehouse to match, and we'll help you shop for every room in your home. Thank you, Tullahoma, for voting us Finest Furniture Store 3 years in a row. We look forward to many more.
Look and Woods Family Dentistry understands you never get a second chance to make a good first impression, and your smile is an important part of that impression. That's why they put together the most experienced, friendly, and professional staff. Add to that the most sophisticated diagnostic and treatment technology available. The result is a winning smile so powerful you could break ice with it. Visit the smile experts at Glicken Woods Family Dentistry and let your smile be the first thing people notice about you. Glicken Woods Family Dentistry, glickenwoods.com, or find them on Facebook.
Tullahoma drive, 30 yards, 3 plays, a minute, 19 seconds off the clock. Justice Chadwick's kickoff, a low line drive, taken by Brown at the goal line. He's going to bring it out to the 5, to the 10, 15, 20. Brown is loose, one man to beat. Brown still on his feet, and finally Tullahoma drags him down at the Wildcat 47-yard line. And Ken, that's why you can't kick to Berrien Brown.
No, that's why you got to get that kickoff into the end zone, because that guy can score from anywhere on the field, no doubt about it. You know, he's already been invited to the 2022 High School All-American Bowl, so this guy's the number 8 athlete in the entire country.
He showed it right there.
He showed it right there.
Because he's not only fast.
Got some moves.
He broke a bunch of tackles.
Sure did.
52-yard return for Berrien Brown. Peral Cohn, first down and 10 at the Tullahoma 47. Cats lead it 14-0 here in the first quarter. Here's a handoff. End around to the 40. Down to the 38 goes Malachi Cromwell, and there's a flag on the play.
Well, I'm not sure Stroop didn't get chop blocked there, and the referee on the Tullahoma sidelines definitely called it. He's hobbling off.
So let's see the call. It is holding against Peral Cohn, and that will nullify that nice 9-yard run. That'll put them back into Peral Cohn territory as the flag was thrown in the backfield. So a holding call nullifies that 9-yard run. And Peral Cohn will have it at the 42-yard line of the Firebirds.
Well, the only bad thing for the Wildcats in this first quarter, they have a 14-zip lead. They've had 2 starters hobble off with injuries, Melton and Stroop.
Firebirds line it up, 1st and 20 at their 42. The tailback is Cromwell. And we'll get another flag. This is going to go against Peral Cohn, illegal procedure. So a false start for the Firebirds makes it 1st and 25. Peral Cohn going the wrong way. Actually, it's the right way for us.
Landon Fouch lined up at corner, made a tremendous interception last week.
Tarleton on a keeper. Tarleton breaks through the line of scrimmage, and Tarleton is loose. 50. Great cutback at the 45. No, this is Brown.
Yeah.
He lined up at quarterback in the Wildcat and took it to the Tullahoma 40. Still 3 yards short of the first down, but a gain of 21 for Berrien Brown.
Well, he's back-to-back 100 and 200-meter state track champion the last 2 years in the state of Tennessee. So this guy's something else. They're going to get him the ball any way they can.
21-yard gain for Brown. 2nd and 4 for the Firebirds at the Tullahoma 41. 1 minute left to go in the first quarter. High snap. This is Cromwell. Cromwell stretches it out. Nice finish for Cromwell, and that's a first down for Peral Cohn. He needed 4. He got 5.
Firebirds on the march. 56 seconds left in first quarter action. Wildcats up 14-zip. Firebirds on the move.
Peral Cohn, 1st and 10 at the Tullahoma 36. Single receivers left and right. Tarleton hands it off to Cromwell. Cromwell stacked up after a gain of about 3. Very physical game so far, partner.
Yeah, there's going to be some guys getting in some hot tubs tonight after this one, Scott. No doubt about it.
There's some serious hitting going on.
Yes, sir.
And whistles blow, and Tullahoma wants a timeout with 11 seconds to go in the first quarter. Cats lead it 14-0 on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Rodney Brown's Body Shop was voted Mayor's Choice Small Business of the Year by the Tullahoma Area Chamber of Commerce for 2016, and we work daily to earn that award from every one of our customers. We specialize in using the most current technology available, including environmentally friendly waterborne paint. We work with all insurance companies and will gladly help you with any insurance claims or questions you may have. Call us at 931-455-2570 or come by our new office located at 606 South Jefferson Street. Be sure to look for the bright red door.
It's football time in Tennessee, and nobody tackles the competition like the Russell Barnett Automotive family. With 6 locations to serve you, certified collision center, over 1,000 new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from at russellbarnett.com, hometown auto rental, limited lifetime powertrain warranty on certain units, certified pre-owned units. Too many reasons to mention why. Keep asking the question, why buy anywhere else?
Peral Cohn yet to put the ball in the air, really. They threw one pass. It was incomplete. 2nd and 7. Handoff Cromwell. Cromwell tries to get outside. Breaking tackles. Boy, he runs really hard. And Cromwell picks up 4.
Yeah, he sure does. It takes multiple players to bring him down, and he, along with number 6, Jaden Robinson, those two effective running backs, kind of like the 1-2 punch we have.
So didn't pick up 4, actually picked up 2. Spotted at the 31 of the Wildcats. 3rd down and 5. 6 seconds to go in the first quarter. I guess Cromwell went out of bounds. And now we've got an officials timeout.
It looked like Brown was going to line up in the Wildcat again on that one.
So let's see what this officials timeout is about. Not sure. A little conversation going on, and the officials say, okay, let's play football.
Maybe some college recruiters in the stadium tonight. Drew DeArmond from Huntsville, Alabama, ESPN Radio 99.7 is here tonight.
Peral Cohn 3rd and 5 at the Wildcat 31. Brown is coming off the field on the far side. I'm not sure what's going on here. Some kind of equipment issue or something. Anyway, Brown's on the sideline for this 3rd and 5. Tarleton gets his team together. Play clock hasn't even started. Now, there we go. See if we can get this play ran. Tarleton hands it off inside. Fighting for the first down, and close to the first down is Jaden Robinson. Let's see where the spot is. Robinson needed to get to the 26. They'll spot it at the officials are, it rubs me wrong when they meet on every single play, Ken. Yeah. Like they're meeting to decide where the ball's going to be placed.
Yeah.
And now the first quarter has come to a close. Tullahoma on top here early, leading Peral Cohn 14-0 on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Woodard's Diamonds in Design has a new location, and our design team is ready to help you kick off the fall season. Let's go! Stop by and let our design team help you score a touchdown with the perfect gift from Woodard's. Touchdown!
Are you looking for that special place to eat? A place that makes you feel like home? If so, the Sundrop Shop is the place to go. Open Tuesday through Saturday from 8 to 3, the Sundrop Shop has a menu to satisfy everyone's taste buds. Their soup, sandwiches, salads, and breakfasts are made from scratch, served all day long. And don't forget their selection of handmade frozen treats from milkshakes to sundaes. The Sundrop Shop is a proud sponsor of the Talk of T-Town and always enjoys celebrating the success of our Tullahoma students. Join us as we say, Go Cats!
1st and 10, Peral Cohn at the Tullahoma 26. And the run inside by Robinson gets nothing.
Well, good news for the Wildcats. At least one of the injured players is back. Owen Strew, toughness exemplified, makes the tackle on that play. So it's good to see number 6 back out there.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10, Firebirds. Let's see if Brown's back in. Yeah, split far to the right side. Tarleton, the quarterback. Robinson, the tailback. Tarleton back to throw. He's looking for Brown all the way. Tarleton now going to scramble. Tarleton just evading tacklers before he's blasted from the blind side. Let's see, that's J.T. Taylor for the Wildcats, 66.
Yeah, big J.T. Taylor. Nice play by the big man there. And, you know, you look at the two quarterbacks and you see a lot of similarities. I said it before the game, dual threat guys, but they run, you know, you could swap numbers on them. They look the same running the ball. They can make guys miss and pick up yardage.
Gain of 2 for Tarleton. 3rd down and 8 Wildcat Firebirds at the Wildcat 24. Big play right here. 3rd and 8. Tullahoma leading 14-0, 10:40 to go in the half. Barry Brown is the quarterback. Brown's going to run it right side. Brown slipping tackles. Brown just eluding defenders, spinning his way down the sideline for the Peral Cohn first down. Ken, that was phenomenal athletic ability.
Well, no doubt about it. And, you know, one of the things that he was touted for at wide receiver was his physicality off the line of scrimmage, but you saw that essentially at the Wildcat quarterback position there. 2 or 3 guys had touched him, but you got to hammer this guy because he's going to shed that tackle and get extra yardage, and he did right there.
A gain of 13. It is 1st and 10, Peral Cohn at the Tullahoma 11.
Almost looks like they've turned this drive over to Barry Brown, have the Firebirds.
He will line up again at quarterback. And he's probably not throwing. So, you know, put a lot of focus on number 7 when he lines up at quarterback. Brown hands it off. Football's on the ground. Give it to the Wildcats. J.T. Taylor with a recover for Tullahoma. That's what happens when you put a non-quarterback back there and start handing off, Ken. Peral Cohn turns it over.
Well, that's a great point. And, you know, these games, you know, you put the number 2 and the number 3 teams together on the same field. Execution is critical, and you cannot turn the ball over in a big game like this. So first break, turnover-wise, goes the Wildcats.
After a long drive by Peral Cohn, Tullahoma will take over, having lost nothing on the scoreboard. Spotted at the Tullahoma 16 with 10:22 left to go in the half. Cats lead by 14. 3 receivers wide right, 1 to the left. Handoff inside. This is Sheffield, and Sheffield got maybe a yard.
Well, this game has started much like last week's game at Creekwood. Tullahoma scores on their first 2 possessions and takes a 14-zip lead. They get their first turnover of the night, so things going to script if you're a Wildcat fan, coach, or player right now.
No gain on that play. Tullahoma looks a little confused here as Taylor's going to have to come off. May have lost his helmet or something. We didn't see that. And coming in for the Wildcats to snap the ball is Mason Miller, 6'1", 235 sophomore. So it's tough when you replace your center in the middle of a drive. 2nd and 10, Tullahoma at the Wildcats 16. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Sheffield, the tailback, to the left of Ryan Scott. Miller's snap is a good one. Scott to throw. He's got a lot of time. Now he's going to tuck it and run. Scott gets a block. 20, 25, runs it out of bounds at the 30-yard line, and that is a Wildcat first down.
Well, it's been so exciting to see the decision-making of Ryan Scott. You know, last year he would have just sat back there and forced the ball into coverage or waited for a receiver to come open, but he's seen the open green field and made another great run there.
Gain of 14 yards for the senior quarterback. 1st and 10, Cats at the Tullahoma 30.
Jackson Sheffield in at running back for Tullahoma.
Sheffield carrying the load this drive. Wildcats stacked receivers left and right, 2 on either side. Really trying to spread that Peral Cohn defense out. Scott hands it off Sheffield. Sheffield over left tackle behind the pancake posse. Gets, 4, maybe 5.
Yeah, who wants the sun drop shop pancakes this week? The top offensive lineman for the Wildcats, as picked by the coaches, will chow down on pancakes. They're all doing a good job early in this one.
Gain of 3 for Jackson Sheffield. 2nd and 7, Tullahoma at the 33. Clock ticks. 9:20 left to go. First half. Tullahoma leads 14-0. Stacked receivers on the right. Two receivers split to the left. Ryan Scott's changing something. Stacks them now on the left. See if this is the bubble screen to Dixon. Faked it with a pump fake. Now Scott's trapped in the backfield and goes down at the 35.
Well, Tullahoma's right tackle jumped early on that play. It was not called. He came out of his stance pre-snap. Nonetheless, nice job by the defense of Peral Cohn, but they've got a big man down.
Peral Cohn player is down. Scott got up to the 35, so a gain of 2. Cats will have it 3rd down and 5 at the 35-yard line. 8:51 to go. Tullahoma leads Peral Cohn 14-0. You're watching the Light Tube Sports Network.
Stroop here with Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. We'd like to take this time to thank everybody for trusting us with their home and their business heating and cooling comfort. We'd like to take this time to remind everybody it's time for fall maintenance checks. They're taking appointments right now. We also would like to congratulate the 2022 class at Tullahoma High School seniors. Special shout out to 2 of those, which are our grandchildren, Mary Catherine and Owen Stroop. Let's go, Wildcats.
Legarius Abernathy Robinson limps off the field for Peral Cohn. The Wildcats have it. 3rd down and 5 at the Tullahoma 35. 8:51 to go in the half. Cats lead it 14-0. Sheffield, the tailback. Ethan Anderson, the H-back on the right side. Here's Scott. Little flare pass to Duncan, complete. Duncan makes a move at the 40, fights his way out to the 42, and that's a Wildcat 1st down.
Yeah, Wildcat coach is kind of out-scheming Peral Cohn right now. The offensive matchups against the defense, we're kind of spreading them out, going sideline to sideline, and then a deep ball every now and then, mix in some runs.
Gain of 8.
Quite effective early.
Ball rest at the Tullahoma 43. And using clock, 8:30 to go in the half. Peral Cohn's only had the ball twice. Tullahoma's, this is their 3rd possession. Wildcats split 3 receivers to the right. 1st and 10. Scott, bubble screen to Dixon, complete. Dixon eludes 1 tackler, eludes a 2nd tackler, spins his way out to the 47-yard line. Good, hard yak for Dixon.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You know, Dixon, he's sure-handed on those screens, but, boy, when he catches it, he darts out of there. Great footwork. Makes guys miss. He's just very dependable on that play.
You can tell he's worked really hard in the offseason, Ken. Jacob is quicker and a little more elusive.
Yeah.
And, I mean, he was a tailback in middle school. 7:40 to go. Tullahoma 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line. Scott, Sheffield. Sheffield's got a little lane. He closed, but he got over the 50 into Peral Cohn territory. 3rd and 2 for the Cats.
Well, the first quarter and a half has worked perfectly for these Wildcats. 0 turnovers, 2 touchdowns, got a shutout going, recovered a fumble. Playing well together. They're complementing each other in all phases of the game. Had a couple nice returns in special teams. Dominating this game.
3 receivers split to the left for the Wildcats at the Peral Cohn 49. Tullahoma gets a new play. 6:55 left to go. H-back is Ethan Anderson. Here's Sheffield. Sheffield falls forward to the 47. Boy, it's just going to be a game of inches here, whether he got that 1st down or not. Did he make it? He made it. 1st down, Wildcats. Sheffield needed a couple. He got a couple. Well, that's a big 1st down.
That's Sheffield's forte is inside tough runs. When you need 2 to 3 yards, that's a man to give it to. Low center of gravity, good field vision, good eyes.
Tullahoma's
takes care of the football.
Tullahoma's had the ball 4 minutes. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, and that's Dixon to the right. Sheffield the tailback. Scott from the shotgun gives it to Sheffield. Sheffield just picks and pecks his way inside the 45, down to the 42. A gain of 5 for Jackson Sheffield.
Yeah, Peral Cohn's got a young man that lost his helmet. 33's got to come off, so he's out of the game this play. And Tullahoma's just fine milking this clock right here, because when you do that, that just keeps the ball out of number 7's hands on the other side.
And a lot of these Peral Cohn players go both ways. A couple of Wildcats do. And we've got a timeout on the field. Timeout, Peral Cohn. 5:42 to go in the half. Tullahoma 14, Peral Cohn nothing. This is the Light Tube Sports Network.
Citizens Tri-County Bank has the checking, loans, savings, and traditional banking services you want. Plus free internet banking and bill pay, bank your change, Visa gift card, and lots more state-of-the-art banking services. We focus on the service and services you want, so you can bank when, where, and how you want, at our offices or from just about anywhere. Citizens Tri-County Bank, the only community bank you'll ever need.
It's time for the best tailgating experience in Tennessee. Each home game, Friday at 5 p.m., join us here at T-Town for a fun-filled, action-packed experience to celebrate your Tullahoma Wildcats. Come enjoy a variety of family-friendly games, as well as your favorite game day meals, brought to you by the THS Quarterback Club and Band Boosters. Want to get in on this extravagant tailgating experience? For just $100, reserve a tent now for the whole season by emailing Jason Quick at the address below. The time is running out. Better hurry before it's too late.
Tullahoma lines it up, 2nd and 5 at the Peral Cohn 42. Sheffield, nice gap. Sheffield inside the 40, inside the 35, down to the 33-yard line for a Wildcat first down.
Well, nice change of pace running back here. Sheffield, he gave Tullahoma a jolt of energy in that Coffee County game. So they started out lackadaisically in the first quarter and the end of the second. Into the first, going into the second, and Tullahoma ran away with that game, but he jump-started them in that one. Running nice on this drive. He's the workhorse this drive for Tullahoma.
Tullahoma one pass on this drive, a 4-yard bubble screen to Dixon.
Why not, right?
1st and 10 at the 33 are the Wildcats. 2 receivers left, one to the right. Man in motion is Dixon. Handoff Dixon, and just nothing there, really, for Jacob. May have gotten a yard.
Yeah, as fast as this team is. That play took a lot of time to develop, so tackle made there by Jaden Jackson, defensive lineman for the Firebirds. Tullahoma missing their tight end. Big 17's not out there, baby Gronk, so looks like a receiver's going to have to make a play. Tullahoma on the borderline, fringe borderline of field goal range here would be a 49-yarder from right this area of the field.
2nd and 9, Wildcats at the 32. Scott barks the signals and hands it to Sheffield. Jackson's loose, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, down to the 7-yard line goes Jackson Sheffield. And it's first down and goal to go for the Wildcats.
Well, the Tullahoma junior is pumped. Just runs that one between left guard and left tackle. And excellent run. Great ball security. Wraps up with 2 hands inside the 10-yard line. He looked like Emmitt Smith on that run.
Tullahoma operating so quick. They're already at the line of scrimmage. 4:15 to go. This is a 6-minute drive. And the Wildcats are staring at 1st and goal at the Peral Cohn 6-yard line.
Wildcats just sucking the life, roasting the Firebirds right now.
Churning them on a rotisserie.
Yes, indeed.
Scott, Sheffield gets a hole. Sheffield to the goal line. Touchdown, Cats. Jackson Sheffield from 6 yards away. He carried the load on that time, on that drive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 runs for Sheffield.
Well, kudos to that big offensive line. The Pancake Posse showed out. Big number 22 following those blockers, making some nifty cuts and moves, doing great yeoman's work there on the ground. Tullahoma only 1 pass on that drive.
He does follow those blockers tremendously, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Chadwick's kick is up. and the whistle blew before the kick. There's a flag on the play. The snapper is Reagan Tomlin. The holder for Tullahoma is Wade Collins. And the penalty is offsides against Peral Cohn. So the Wildcats decline that penalty. That means the point after is good. Or were they going to take the penalty and Tullahoma go for two? No. I'm not sure they have the option of declining that offside penalty. The flag flew before the snap, so the Wildcats will line it up again. Collins to hold, Tomlin to snap, Chadwick to kick. Snap's good, holds good, kick, splits them. 3:47 to go, Tullahoma 21, Peral Cohn nothing. This is the Light Tube Sports Network.
Tullahoma Utilities Authority Light Tube Fiber Internet offers true gigabit service to our customers. We pride ourselves on speed, but the backbone of that speed is local tech support, unmatched customer service, and professional service technicians. To sign up, call 455-4515 to gain the reassurance of Light Tube reliability.
Prescott Bottling is proud to present the Talk of T-Town, a show dedicated to showing off all the outstanding events occurring in the Tullahoma City School System. A fourth-generation family business, Prescott Bottling has been servicing Middle Tennessee since 1930 and proudly providing some of the best soft drinks around, including everyone's favorite, Sundrop. For over 50 years, Prescott Bottling and Sundrop have been staples of the Tullahoma community, supporting Tullahoma high school students and celebrating all their success both on and off the field.
Tullahoma has its most impressive drive of this season so far. 13 plays, 84 yards, 6 minutes and 40 seconds off the clock. The Wildcats score on a 6-yard run by Jackson Sheffield. And Justice Chadwick will kick off. And deep for the Firebirds is Berrien Brown. Chadwick, onside kick. It touched a Peral Cohn player. It's a loose football. Tullahoma's got it. Caden Tucker recovers at the 43-yard line. A Peral Cohn player inadvertently kicked the ball. And, Ken, they touched it before it went 10 yards, makes it a live football.
Absolutely. That's a great call. It is a live football. It hit him clearly right in the foot. It doesn't matter if it goes 10 yards. If they try to come upfield it pre-10 yards, it's Tullahoma's ball, and they're going to get it right here. Turnover number 2. Fans going absolutely wild at Wilkins Stadium. Second turnover. Last time Berrien Brown had a 52-yard kickoff return. Tullahoma says, we're not going to risk this thing at the goal line and make this a 21-7 game. We're going to onside one.
Peral Cohn was not ready for an onside kick
all. And we've seen, special teams coach Brady Goodman pull this stunt before this year that worked on a little onside kick. Tullahoma got that one too.
So the Wildcats, leading 21-0, have 3 minutes and 44 seconds. The ball rests at the Tullahoma 43-yard line, Ken. We saw some frustration from Peral Cohn right there.
No doubt. You're probably going to see some more here in the last 3 minutes and 44 seconds of the second quarter.
Ryan Scott splits 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Here is Keyshawn Cummings. Cummings makes a move at the 50. Cummings to the 45. Down to the 41-yard line of the Firebirds. It's a Wildcat first down.
Well, Tullahoma absolutely tramping Peral Cohn. As you said, they're losing their composure.
Yep.
Tullahoma's just got to keep their cool and watch the fireworks explode here. We said you got to fight fire with fire, but you want to do it the right way. I said the first team to score 30 was going to win this game. Tullahoma was doing their part.
16 yards for Keyshawn Cummings. And it's 1st and 10, Tullahoma at the Peral Cohn 41.
I'm going to tell you that offensive line is blowing Firebirds backwards. Really after big number 44 went out with a left foot injury, things have changed. Tullahoma's running all over them. L'Jarius Abernathy Robinson still out.
The Wildcats want a timeout. 3:36 to go in the half. Tullahoma on top 21-0. This is the Light Tube Sports Network.
Tullahoma Utilities Authority Light Tube Fiber Internet offers true gigabit service to our customers. We pride ourselves on speed, but the backbone of that speed is local tech support, unmatched customer service, and professional service technicians. To sign up, call 455-4515 to gain the reassurance of light tube reliability.
Prescott Bottling is proud to present the Talk of T-Town, a show dedicated to showing off all the outstanding events occurring in the Tullahoma City School System. A fourth-generation family business, Prescott Bottling has been servicing Middle Tennessee since 1930 and proudly providing some of the best soft drinks around, including everyone's favorite, Sundrop. For over 50 years, Prescott Bottling and Sundrop have been staples of the Tullahoma community, supporting Tullahoma high school students and celebrating all their success both on...
Wildcats line it up 1st and 10 at the Peral Cohn 41. Here's Cummings. Keyshawn just lowers his head over the right side for a gain of 2.
Well, Tullahoma, it's going to be paramount to protect the football here. All the momentum is on your side. Big lead here, 21-0. Do not turn the ball over here at the end of the second half.
Well, why would you say that?
Well, I mean, everything's going perfect.
I know.
You've got to.
So you don't say that.
Well, certainly, yeah, I know what you're saying. I'm not jinxing them, but I'm just saying protect that football.
3 receivers to the left.
I'm pleading with them
for
to
the
protect
Wildcats, please.
Yes.
Scott hands it off. Cummings down to the 35. Keyshawn picks up 4 for the Wildcats. It's 3rd and 4.
Well,
and there's a flag on the play.
Yeah, that's going to be a personal foul, I believe, on Jaden Robinson, the running back that also plays linebacker. He pushed the running back for Tullahoma after Cummings after he made the tackle getting up, and that's going to cost them.
Well, let's see who it cost. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, Tullahoma. So that's a 15-yard penalty against the Wildcats.
Well, there must have been some jawing going on because I must have saw the retaliation.
Yeah.
I definitely saw the Peral Cohn guy push back. I did not see Tullahoma push them.
So that's a drive killer back to the 50-yard line. And in high school football, that's a 10-yard penalty, so it will be 2nd and 19. 2nd down and 19, Tullahoma at midfield, 2:48 left to go in the half. Wildcats lead it 21-0 in this battle of undefeated teams here at Wilkins Stadium. Tullahoma ranked number 2 in the state, Peral Cohn ranked number 3. They play in the same region, and this is the game of the week in Tennessee high school football.
You know, Peral Cohn jumping up from 3A.
Both teams new to this region 5-4A.
Yeah, Peral Cohn, they beat Cane Ridge 38-19 to start the season, a 6A school.
Had a big win over MBA, a large classification private school. Perennial power.
And then 3 straight shutouts. They came in with 3 straight shutouts into this game.
So Tullahoma 3rd and 19. Sheffield comes in motion. Scott back to throw. He's got great protection. Unleash it, Ryan. There you go. Joe Duncan over the middle. Incomplete. Just off Duncan's fingertips. Well, it wasn't to his fingertips, but just over his outstretched fingertips. It's 4th down.
We've got another Firebird down the far side of the field. Can't get a number. He's laying flat on his back. But, yeah, you talked about the pocket protection right there, man. He had all night to throw that football.
We'll take a break with it. 2:29 to go. Cats lead it 21-0 on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Terry Stroop here with Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. We'd like to take this time to thank everybody for trusting us with their home and their business heating and cooling comfort. We'd like to take this time to remind everybody it's time for fall maintenance checks. They're taking appointments right now. We also would like to congratulate the 2022 class at Tullahoma High School seniors Special shout out to 2 of those, which are our grandchildren, Mary Catherine and Owen Stroop. Let's go, Wildcat.
Whether it's a home loan, a business loan, a personal loan, a loan for any good reason, Citizens Tri-County Bank is here to help you with the loans you need. With caring, friendly lending pros at convenient offices across Tullahoma, we love our community and we take pride in helping people get the loans they need. Citizens Tri-County Bank.
Justice Chadwick to punt for the Wildcats. Brown is deep. Chadwick's kick spinning right to Berrien Brown at the 15-yard line. Brown 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, runs over the punter, 50. Brown continuing to make moves, Tullahoma giving chase. 45, 40, 35. Down at the 30-yard line is Berrien Brown. Ken, explain to me why you punt the ball to Berrien Brown.
Now, we talked Monday night about directional punts to the sidelines. You can't kick it straight down the field. So, luckily for Tullahoma, number 45 made the tackle. That's Ethan Anderson saved a touchdown on that one. But it's going to come back.
It is coming back.
Thank goodness.
There's a flag at the 25-yard line. That's going to be an illegal block or a hold against Peral Cohn.
Wow, what a punt return. So we've seen we talked about the hype of Berrien Brown, the All-American wide receiver. It's real, though. We've seen him in the open field, Scott, and he is lethal.
He is dynamite.
52-yard kickoff return, big punt return right there. That one's going to be negated.
So let's see where they're going to spot the ball. With 1:58 left to go here in the first half, Tullahoma leads Peral Cohn 21-0. The Wildcats were driving before a big unsportsmanlike conduct penalty killed that drive.
You're
Tullahoma
right.
punted it. Brown with about a 50-yard return, but Peral Cohn, illegal block, takes it back to the 15-yard line.
Well, they're going to go 85 yards here in the last 1:58, and they've burned 2 timeouts, I believe, already.
And Keyshawn Tarleton is the quarterback. Malachi Cromwell, the tailback. 2 receivers to the left for the Firebirds. Tarleton to throw. Tarleton being pressured. Tarleton pass over the middle, wide open, complete at the 30. And down at the 35 is Andre Evans for the Firebirds.
Landon Fouch with the tackle, the Tullahoma cornerback. He had an exceptional interception, a diving catch on the sidelines at Creekwood last week.
Gain of 21 yards on that reception. 1st and 10 Firebirds at the Peral Cohn 36. Clock moves, 1:45 to go in the half. Tarleton rolls to his left. Brown is open, and Tarleton throws it 5 feet over his head. Little frustration there from Brown.
Yeah, he was open. Tarleton just missed him. Owen Stroop on the coverage.
And, every time you miss Brown like that, Ken, it's like, well, there's an opportunity to score we missed.
No, that's exactly right.
I mean, he's sitting there open. It's a little pass that you or I could complete, and Tarleton just real high with it.
Just a little hitch that he can turn and go 60 yards with.
2nd and 10, Firebirds at their 36. High snap, Tarleton pulls it down. That kind of broke up the timing of the play. Now Tarleton scrambling. Here comes Tucker for the Wildcats. Tarleton throws it up for grabs, and Tucker nails Tarleton as he gets rid of the ball. It's 3rd down.
And then helps him up. But, we've seen Tullahoma linebackers nailing quarterbacks the last couple of weeks, haven't we?
3rd and 10 Firebirds at the 36.
Colton Proctor with a highlight hit last week on the Creekwood quarterback, and that was a nice one by Tucker on Tarleton. So they're gonna put Berrien Brown back at quarterback here.
Yeah, Tarleton's shaken up a little bit. 1:25 to go in the half. Tullahoma leads 21-0. 3rd down and 10, Peral Cohn at the Firebird 36. Berrien Brown is the quarterback. And before that, flags fly. Didn't see any movement, but perhaps there was movement. Yep, it's going to go against Peral Cohn. Illegal procedure against the Firebirds.
Well, there's no doubt about it in this game in the first half that the Tullahoma Lions in the trenches are winning both on the defensive line and offensively.
So back to the 31 go the Firebirds, 3rd and 15. Brown, the quarterback. Think he's going to throw it? Not a chance. Brown runs it straight up the middle. Eludes one tackle. A second tackler. Brown still on his feet. Tullahoma just can hardly bring him down. Finally, at the 35-yard line, all that for 4 yards.
That's the best 4 or 5 yard run you'll ever see, man. That 5 Wildcats had a shot at him, 5 hit him, made contact. This guy's strong.
It is 4th down and 11 for the Firebirds at their 35-yard line. And they act like they're going to go for it. 51 seconds left to go in the first half.
I think it's a mistake. They get the ball to receive in the second half. You give the Tullahoma in plus side territory at your 35, you could fall behind 28 zip.
Play clock's down to 6. Peral Cohn has 1 timeout left. I guess they're going to call it. But they're letting the clock, so they're going to punt it because they let the clock kick all the way down.
That's right.
All the way down. Timeout, Peral Cohn, 29 seconds to play in the half. Tullahoma leads 21-0 on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Whether it's a home loan, a business loan, a personal loan, a loan for any good reason, Citizens Tri-County Bank is here to help you with the loans you need. With caring, friendly, lending pros at convenient offices across Tullahoma, we love our community and we take pride in helping people get the loans they need. Citizens Tri-County Bank, focused on making loans for the individuals and businesses of our community.
Furniture and Merchandise Outlet is a factory direct furniture store based here in Tennessee. Family owned and operated for 27 years, we promise you hometown service and the guaranteed best price in the state every time. Come see our 30,000 square foot showroom with a warehouse to match, and we'll help you shop for every room in your home. Thank you, Tullahoma, for voting us Finest Furniture Store 3 years in a row. We look forward to many more.
Peral Cohn set to punt. There's the snap. Kick is away. And Dixon just going to let it bounce. Wise decision here inside a minute to go in the half, and it'll be down at the 35-yard line of the Wildcats. So Tullahoma leading 21-0 with 18 seconds to go in the half, takes over at the Tullahoma 35-yard line.
Well, no doubt. You just take a knee right here.
I was fixing to say.
Take a knee.
Take a knee.
Yes, sir.
Or shock bomb.
Well, he was hot on the shock bombs last week, but I think I would just drop a knee. They're putting the guy deep. Huddling around. I don't see any receivers even lined up in formation. They're going to.
Looks like the victory formation for the Wildcats.
Sugar huddle and drop it.
So this will be the last play of the first quarter as Peral Cohn is out of timeouts. Tullahoma just ready to go to the locker room. So Ryan Scott takes the snap and kneels. And I don't understand why illegal procedure against the Wildcats. You got to learn how to line up in the victory formation.
Yeah.
Tullahoma's actually done that a lot in the last couple of years. I think the Wildcats would have that down. But we'll run another play here on 1st and 15.
Wildcats with 3 touchdowns and 2 turnovers that they've gotten from Peral Cohn. So very, very impressive first half.
And Tullahoma now does not have to run a play after the penalties marked off. These teams will go to the locker room. Well, it's been a shocker, to tell you the truth. But it's been a shocker in a good way. You're watching on the Light Tube Sports Network. We're at halftime. Tullahoma leads Peral Cohn 21-0. This is Wildcat Football on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Glicken Woods Family Dentistry understands you never get a second chance to make a good first impression, and your smile is an important part of that impression. That's why they put together the most experienced, friendly, and professional staff. Add to that the most sophisticated diagnostic and treatment technology available. The result is a winning smile so powerful you could break ice with it. Visit the smile experts at Glicken Woods Family Dentistry and let your smile be the first thing people notice about you. Glicken Woods Family Dentistry, glickenwoods.com, or find them on Facebook.
Rodney's Body Shop was voted Never's Choice Small Business of the Year by the Tullahoma Area Chamber of Commerce for 2016, and we work daily to earn that award from every one of our customers. We specialize in using the most current technology available, including environmentally friendly waterborne paint. We work with all insurance companies and will gladly help you with any insurance claims or questions you may have. Call us at 931-455-2570 or come by our new office located at 606 South Jefferson Street. Be sure to look for the bright red door.
It's football time in Tennessee, and nobody tackles the competition like the Russell Barnett Automotive family. With 6 locations to serve you, certified collision center, over 1,000 new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from at russellbarnett.com, hometown auto rental, limited lifetime powertrain warranty on certain units, certified pre-owned units. Too many reasons to mention why. Keep asking the question, why buy anywhere else?
Woodard's Diamonds in Design has a new location, and our design team is ready to help you kick off the fall season. Let's go! Stop by and let our design team help you score a touchdown with the perfect gift from Woodard's. Touchdown!
Are you looking for that special place to eat? A place that makes you feel like home? If so, the Sundrop Shop is the place to go. Open Tuesday through Saturday from 8 to 3, the Sundrop Shop has a menu to satisfy everyone's taste buds. Their soups, sandwiches, salads, and breakfasts are made from scratch, served all day long. And don't forget their selection of handmade frozen treats from milkshakes to sundaes. The Sundrop Shop is a proud sponsor of the Talk of T-Town and always enjoys celebrating the success of our Tullahoma students. Join us as we say, Go Cats!
Terry Stroop here with Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. We'd like to take this time to thank everybody for trusting us with their home and their business heating and cooling comfort. We'd like to take this time to remind everybody it's time for fall maintenance checks. They're taking appointments right now. We also would like to congratulate the 2022 class at Tullahoma High School seniors. Special shout out to 2 of those, which are our grandchildren, Mary Catherine and Owen Stroop. Let's go, Wildcat.
And Natalie Aguirre. High brass officer is Justin Sell. Young brass officer is Charlie Pettyjohn. The percussion captain is Paris Watson. Uniform captain is Elizabeth Arnett. Logistics coordinator is Charlie Pettyjohn. And color guard leadership includes Shelby Hall and Emma Silver. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Tullahoma High School Marching Band. The THS Band would like to thank their corporate sponsors, Coffee County Sheriff's Department.
Citizens Tri-County Bank has the checking, loans, savings, and traditional banking services you want. Plus free internet banking and bill pay, bank your change, Visa gift card, and lots more state-of-the-art banking services. We focus on the service and services you want, so you can bank when, where, and how you want, at our offices or from just about anywhere. Citizens Tri-County Bank, the only community bank you'll ever need.
It's time for the best tailgating experience in Tennessee. Each home game, Friday at 5 p.m., join us here at T-Town for a fun-filled, action-packed experience to celebrate your Tullahoma Wildcats. Come enjoy a variety of family-friendly games, as well as your favorite game day meals, brought to you by the THS Quarterback Club and Band Boosters. Want to get in on this extravagant tailgating experience? For just $100, reserve a tent now for the whole season by emailing Jason Quick at the address below. The time is running out. Better hurry before it's too late.
Tullahoma Utilities Authority Light Tube Fiber Internet offers true gigabit service to our customers. We pride ourselves on speed, but the backbone of that speed is local tech support, unmatched customer service, and professional service technicians. To sign up, call 455-4515 to gain the reassurance of light tube reliability.
Prescott Bottling is proud to present the Talk of T-Town, a show dedicated to showing off all the outstanding events occurring in the Tullahoma City School System. A fourth-generation family business, Prescott Bottling has been servicing Middle Tennessee since 1930 and proudly providing some of the best soft drinks around, including everyone's favorite, Sundrop. For over 50 years, Prescott Bottling and Sundrop have been staples of the Tullahoma community, supporting Tullahoma high school students and celebrating all their success both on and off the field.
Terry Stroop here with Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. We'd like to take this time to thank everybody for trusting us with their home and their business heating and cooling comfort. We'd like to take this time to remind everybody it's time for fall maintenance checks. They're taking appointments right now. We also would like to congratulate the 2022 class at Tullahoma High School seniors. Special shout out to two of those, which are our grandchildren, Mary Catherine and Owen Stroop. Let's go, Wildcats.
Whether it's a home loan, a business loan, a personal loan, a loan for any good reason, Citizens Tri-County Bank is here to help you with the loans you need. With caring, friendly, lending pros at convenient offices across Tullahoma. We love our community and we take pride in helping people get the loans they need. Citizens Tri-County Bank, focused on making loans for the individuals and businesses of our community.
Furniture and Merchandise Outlet is a factory direct furniture store based here in Tennessee. Family owned and operated for 27 years, we promise you hometown service and the guaranteed best price in the state every time. Come see our 30,000 square foot showroom with a warehouse to match, and we'll help you shop for every room in your home. Thank you, Tullahoma, for voting us Finest Furniture Store 3 years in a row. We look forward to many more.
Woods Family Dentistry understands you never get a second chance to make a good first impression, and your smile is an important part of that impression. That's why they put together the most experienced, friendly, and professional staff. Add to that the most sophisticated diagnostic and treatment technology available. The result is a winning smile so powerful you could break ice with it. Visit the smile experts at Glicken Woods Family Dentistry and let your smile be the first thing people notice about you. Glicken Woods Family Dentistry, glickenwoods.com, or find them on Facebook.
Rodney's Body Shop was voted Members' Choice Small Business of the Year by the Tullahoma Area Chamber of Commerce for 2016, and we work daily to earn that award from every one of our customers. We specialize in using the most current technology available, including environmentally friendly waterborne paint. We work with all insurance companies and will gladly help you with any insurance claims or questions you may have. Call us at 931-455-2570 or come by our new office located at 606 South Jefferson Street. Be sure to look for the bright red door.
It's football time in Tennessee, and nobody tackles the competition like the Russell Barnett Automotive family. With 6 locations to serve you, certified collision center, over 1,000 new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from at russellbarnett.com, hometown auto rental, limited lifetime powertrain warranty on certain units, certified pre-owned units. Too many reasons to mention why. Keep asking the question, why buy anywhere else?
Welcome back to Wilkins Stadium. We are at halftime where the Tullahoma Wildcats lead the Peral Cohn Firebirds 21-0. Let's take a look at the scoring summary for Tullahoma. The Wildcats took the opening kickoff and drove the ball 65 yards in 10 plays, used 6 minutes off the clock. Tullahoma scored on a 2-yard run by Keyshawn Cummings. After forcing a Peral Cohn punt, the Wildcats, after a great punt return by Jacob Dixon, had the ball at the Peral Cohn 30. Cats drove those 30 yards in 3 plays using 1:19 off the clock. Tullahoma scored on a 15-yard pass from Ryan Scott to Jacob Dixon, a 27-yard pass from Ryan Scott to Jacob Dixon. Tullahoma led 14-0 with 2:20 to go in the first quarter. Peral Cohn had a nice drive, but it started with a holding penalty after a 50-yard kickoff return by Berrien Brown. Peral Cohn drove down to the Tullahoma 11 where Brown fumbled the football. It was recovered by Tullahoma's J.T. Taylor. The Wildcats then had a fantastic drive, 13 plays, 84 yards, 6 minutes and 40 seconds off the clock, scoring on a 6-yard run by Jackson Sheffield. Sheffield carried the ball 8 times in the drive. Tullahoma led 21-0. Tullahoma forced a Peral Cohn. Let me start that over. Tullahoma onside kicked on the kickoff, and it was recovered by Caden Tucker. The Wildcats, however, forced a punt. Then they forced a Peral Cohn punt, and here we are at the half. Tullahoma leading 21-0. Offensively, for the Wildcats, Ryan Scott, 5 of 6 through the air for 62 yards and a touchdown. Dixon had 4 of those catches, 51 yards and a score. On the ground, Jackson Sheffield, 8 carries for 54 yards. Keyshawn Cummings, 12 for 47. Ryan Scott, 5 for 34. Dixon had a carry for 1. Tullahoma ran the ball 26 times for 136 yards. Total of 32 plays for the Wildcats, 198 total yards. For Peral Cohn, Tarleton was 1 of 4 through the air for 21 yards. On the ground, Brown, 5 carries for 44 yards. And Robinson had 4 carries for 17 yards. Tarleton, 2 carries for -5. He had a sack there. And Cromwell, 3 carries for 10 yards. Peral Cohn, 14 rushes, 66 yards on the ground for the Firebirds. 18 total plays, 87 yards. Total offense, again, Tullahoma, 198 yards. Total offense. Ken, a lot of surprise people here at this Wilkins Stadium here on this Friday night. Tullahoma leading 21-0 at halftime.
Well, I think they're shocked, kind of like we are. If we fast forward pregame and looked at the halftime stats and said that Peral Cohn only completed 1 pass in the first half, and Tullahoma, what was they, 4 out of 6?
5 of 6.
5 of 6 for not a whole lot of yardage. You would say, well, this is a defensive battle. But I think the key to this game is, Tullahoma just punching in the mouth, running behind that big pancake posse, being able to eat some clock, scoring early, really getting Peral Cohn off balance and dazed a little bit, really stunned them. I think, scoring the first 2 drives. Tullahoma gets 2 turnovers against Peral Cohn. They played virtually, perfect football, really, as far as no turnovers and finishing drives pretty much.
So it's homecoming. We're at the half. Tullahoma leads Peral Cohn 21-0. Back with the second half kickoff right here on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Woodard's Diamonds in Design has a new location, and our design team is ready to help you kick off the fall season. Let's go! Stop by and let our design team help you score a touchdown with the perfect gift from Woodard's. Touchdown!
Are you looking for that special place to eat? A place that makes you feel like home? If so, the Sundrop Shop is the place to go. Open Tuesday through Saturday from 8 to 3, the Sundrop Shop has a menu to satisfy everyone's taste buds. Their soup, sandwiches, salads, and breakfasts are made from scratch, served all day long. And don't forget their selection of handmade frozen treats from milkshakes to sundaes. The Sundrop Shop is a proud sponsor of the Talk of T-Town and always enjoys celebrating the success of our Tullahoma students. Join us as we say, Go Cats!
Terry Stroop here with Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. We'd like to take this time to thank everybody for trusting us with their home and their business heating and cooling comfort. We'd like to take this time to remind everybody it's time for fall maintenance checks. They're taking appointments right now. We also would like to congratulate the 2022 class at Tullahoma High School seniors. Special shout out to 2 of those, which are our grandchildren, Mary Catherine and Owen Stroop. Let's go, Wildcats.
Welcome back to Wilkins Stadium as we are set to begin the third quarter. Tullahoma leading Peral Cohn 21-0. Tullahoma will kick off as we have closed the windows in the press box here. It has turned into a chilly Friday night. Perfect, though, football weather. Can the Cats hang on? Ken, how are we stacking up on your keys to victory?
Well, I was just looking at the first one. Keep the pearl in the oyster. A pearl is only a pearl once it's out of its shell. We only let Barryon Brown touch the ball 4 times in the first half. He had 91 yards, a 53-yard punt return called back. Hey, we can live with that. He had 297 yards all-purpose against Montgomery Bell Academy.
There's another onside kick, and this time Peral Cohn recovers it at midfield. So rather than kick to Barryon Brown, Tullahoma will take its chances with the onside kick. This time it doesn't pay off. Peral Cohn has great field position at their 49-yard line.
Well, I agree. And, yeah, absolutely great field position. So they're certainly their best field position than not. They're going to take over on their 48-yard line.
So wouldn't you just kick it out of bounds as opposed to an onside kick?
Yes.
Peral Cohn lines it up. Tarleton back in at quarterback. Let's see where Brown is. He's split wide to the left. Now Brown comes in motion, shuffle pass Berry and Brown. Brown around the right end to the 45. Brown just juking and his way down the field inside the 40 to the 38 goes Berry and Brown, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, you see the change of direction, and you know, Alabama is the supposed leader on the 24/7 Sports. Their staff compares this guy to Devontae Smith, so that'll give you a comp. He's 6'1", 173, long arms, big hands, and that's the comparison at the high school level right there for Berryon Brown. Pretty good comp, don't you think?
Peral Cohn straight up the middle. The yard markers weren't even set yet. Firebirds are trying to go fast here.
Well, they know a sense of urgency here. Down by 21, plenty of time. Tullahoma's going to have to play football, and this second half, this first drive is critical for the Cats' defense.
Gain of 5 that time for Campbell. Second down and 5. Handoff again. Around the right side, this is Cromwell. I said Campbell. It's Cromwell, and Cromwell with the run again. Needed 5 for the first down. He got to the 32-yard line.
Oh, this Peral Cohn, rich tradition in football. A couple noted alumni, Big John Henderson at Tennessee, and Santonio Beard played running back at Alabama.
Handoff. Cromwell is dropped in the backfield on 3rd and 2. J.T. Taylor with a big play. Boy, he has had himself a game for the Wildcats.
Boy, he sure has. I believe he has a fumble recovery earlier, but he's very active on that defensive line. Big play right there.
Peral Cohn lost 2 yards. It's 4th down and 4 for the Firebirds at the Tullahoma 33. Big
Huge
play
yes.
early here in the third quarter.
Absolutely.
Wildcats on 4th and 4. Let's see if Brown lines up at quarterback. Actually, don't see Berry and Brown on the field right now. Tarleton is the quarterback. Tarleton takes a snap. Tarleton runs to his right, and he is dropped. Dropped after a gain of a yard. Tullahoma holds on 4th down.
Yeah, he's smoked by Caden Tucker, the Tullahoma linebacker. I think that's the 4th down stop of the night for that tremendous Wildcat defense.
So Tullahoma stops Peral Cohn at the 35-yard line on 4th down, and the Wildcats will take over with 10:08 left to go in the third quarter, leading 21-0.
Well, you got to wonder, you know, unless it was an injury, why do you have your best a high school All-American on the sidelines on a 4th and 4 when you got to have a first down?
Good point. Brown is on the field now at cornerback.
Oh, wow.
So Tullahoma's Ryan Scott has Keyshawn Cummings as the tailback. Again, Brody Melton out tonight, and handoff Cummings. And Keyshawn met at the line of scrimmage. Peral Cohn stacked it up.
Yeah, they were ready for that one. But, you know, maybe we put him to sleep a little bit. You know, in the second quarter run, we gashed him with the run game. You know, nothing really explosive, no real big long yards, but, you know, just time-consuming, clock-eating drives where we kept moving the chains. So maybe we can get a big pass hook up on them here.
A loss of 2 for Cummings. It's 2nd down and 12 for the Wildcats at the 33-yard line of Tullahoma. The Wildcats milking that play clock. Down to 5. Ryan Scott hands it off again to Cummings. This time Keyshawn in the middle of the field, out over the 35 to the 36, and it looks like rugby there. As Cummings got back the yardage that he lost. It will be 3rd and long, though, for the Wildcats.
Oh, you're right. That was kind of weird. Nobody on the ground on the entire field, but everybody just standing up and kind of a scrum going on in there. Yeah, a little pushing back and forth, and nobody ever hit the ground. 3rd and 8. Got to be careful here if you're the Wildcats. You know, with number 7 on the field, corner. He's playing right corner. Look like he's locked up on which receiver over there?
Jacob Dixon.
Yeah, may have to keep the ball on the right side of the field here.
No, that's Reagan Tomlin lined up on the left, at left wide receiver. Scott back to throw. Ryan's got some time. Now he's going to tuck it and run. And Ryan eludes a tackler, trying to find a man downfield. He's got a man downfield. That is Joe Duncan, complete at the 40. Duncan's to the 35. Duncan shakes off a defender at the 30. Joe Duncan inside the 25, and a flag comes out at the end of the play at the 23-yard line. So So that pass from Ryan Scott to Joe Duncan.
Yeah, I think we're going to get an unnecessary clip on Tomlin right on the 30-yard line. Our runner was already there. We didn't need to do that. Just a bad penalty there is going to cost us.
Going to bring that play back, so that will be nullified.
Well, that's a shame. Great scrambling there by Ryan Scott out of the pocket, keeps the play alive. Yeah. Duncan springs open. And
I think that's holding against Tullahoma where that flag is located at the 32-yard line of the Wildcats. It is holding against the Cats, and that penalty has been declined. Yeah, so it'll be 4th down.
Called an ineligible, it looked like, too, lineman downfield. So, well, that's unfortunate. You know, Tullahoma hurt themselves there, but nice athleticism and escapability by Mr. Ryan Scott. Man, he continues to play well. After that first game, Scott, he's not turned the ball over, I don't think, in 4 games in a row.
Nice catch by Duncan as well.
Sure was.
Good run after the catch. He stiff-armed a defender.
Mm-hmm.
Tullahoma has it now 3rd and 11 after the penalty. 3rd down and 11 at the 37-yard line. Scott to throw. Good protection. Ryan breaks out of the pocket to run. Ryan got a great block from Sheffield. Got out to the 41. He did not make the first down. What a block by Jackson Sheffield on the back of that play.
Oh, it sure was. And, you know, Scott didn't get the first down right there, but certainly gives Tillum a little bit better field position to punt this football. And football's a game of field position with a 21-zip lead, so those are critical yards.
4th down and 4 Wildcats at the Tullahoma 40. And Berrien Brown is back to receive the punt from Justice Chadwick.
Well, let's see if we kick this directionally to the sidelines here. Do not kick it down the middle of the field, whatever you do, because you are flirting with fire.
Evan Tomlin is the up man for the Wildcats. It's a good snap, and Chadwick trying to kick it off the side of his foot does. A little more than he had hoped, I think. Let's see where they're going to spot this football. They're going to walk it up, as if the official really knows where it went out of bounds, because it was a real sidewinder, and when you don't know, Ken, you might as well just spot it at the 50.
Yeah, there's no doubt he followed the coach's orders. They said do not kick the ball down the middle of the field to Brown. So, nonetheless, this is similar to where Peral Cohn started their last drive at the 48. It's at the 50. So they've had great field position. Tullahoma's defense just remains stout. That shutout still intact here with 8 minutes exactly left in the 3rd quarter.
Tullahoma leads Peral Cohn 21-0 in this battle of undefeated teams from Region 5 4A. Tarleton at quarterback takes the snap. Nope, it's Berrien Brown. Brown eludes one tackler in the backfield. Brown's going to cut it back the other way. The whole Tullahoma team is chasing him, and Berrien Brown is stacked up after a gain of 2. Nice tackle in there by Stroop.
He ran 18 yards for 2 on that one, but boy, it's 11 guys against 1. Tullahoma's defense against number 7 on that one.
Everybody chasing Berrien Brown. He reversed his field, went all the way back to the other side of the field. And he'll line up again at quarterback for Peral Cohn. 2nd down and 8 Firebirds at the Tullahoma 48. 7:20 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Cats on top, 21-0. Here at Wilkins Stadium, I mean, this home side is packed. Great crowd tonight. Brown fakes the handoff. He's not going to hand it off. And Brown is wrestled to the ground by who else tonight? J.T. Taylor with a stop. Pick Jaden getting it done.
Yeah, 66 is large and in charge tonight, playing a phenomenal game on that defensive line. And we've seen, we've seen Caden Bradford. We've seen Logan Crouch. Now we see J.T. Taylor making plays. Tullahoma has a very good defensive line, and that's without number 17 in their defensive end.
3rd down, 6, Peral Cohn at the Tullahoma 46. Berrien Brown, run all the way. No, he's going to throw it. Throws it down. The long pass is complete. What a great catch. Turned backwards by number 11, Justin Villa, 6 foot 177 senior.
Well, that's their biggest offensive play of the game, and it comes on a Berrien Brown pass. You know, we were questioned earlier in the game, hey, we know he's going to run it, and just a critical pass completion there by the All-American wide receiver.
29 yards on the pass play. Peral Cohn has it at the Tullahoma 17. .39 yards.
Deepest
on the pass
penetration
play.
of the game for the Firebirds.
6:14 left to go, third quarter. Brown running behind the blocker. Barry Brown right in the middle of the field down to the 11-yard line. A gain of 6 for Brown.
Well, there's no doubt what the Firebird game plan is in the second half. It's Barry and Brown versus the Wildcat defense. So they spotted us at 21 points. We're going to have to find that guy here in this half, and we're going to have to hit him every single opportunity we can to try to wear him down.
Second down and 3 Firebirds at the Tullahoma 10. 5:40 left to go in the third quarter. Brown at quarterback. Tullahoma shifts its defense and gets a flag. And that is illegal procedure against Peral Cohn.
You know, most of those penalties tonight have went against Peral Cohn, so especially the dead ball penalties.
Little undisciplined on the offensive side.
I think that movement, when you see that defensive line get up and shift it like they're doing, it's causing them to move.
Second down and 8. Brown hands it off around the right side into the end zone for the touchdown goes Malachi Cromwell from 15 yards away. Cromwell scores for the Firebirds. So immediately Peral Cohn takes the second half, or on their second possession of the second half, scores on a 50-yard drive.
Yeah, you give them the short field right there. So you say don't punt the ball down the middle of the field, and I think Chadwick would like to have that thing back and get a little bit more foot on it than he did.
Well, Peral
get it
Cohn
further down the field.
Set to attempt the point after. There's the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is good. 5:14 to play in the third quarter. Tullahoma 21, Peral Cohn 7. This is the Light Tube Sports Network.
Citizens Tri-County Bank has the checking, loans, savings, and traditional banking services you want. Plus free internet banking and bill pay, bank your change, Visa gift card, and lots more state-of-the-art banking services. We focus on the service and services you want, so you can bank when, where, and how you want, at our offices or from just about anywhere. Citizens Tri-County Bank, the only community bank you'll ever need.
It's time for the best tailgating experience in Tennessee. Each home game, Friday at 5 p.m., join us here at T-Town for a fun-filled, action-packed experience to celebrate your Tullahoma Wildcats. Come enjoy a variety of family-friendly games, as well as your favorite game day meals, brought to you by the THS Quarterback Club and Band Boosters. Want to get in on this extravagant tailgating experience? For just $100, reserve a tent now for the whole season by emailing Jason Quick at the address below. The time is running out. Better hurry before it's too late.
So Peral Cohn drives 50 yards in 6 plays, scoring on a 15-yard run by Malachi Cromwell. And they close the Tullahoma lead to 14. Cats up 21-7, 5:14 to go, third quarter. Peral Cohn set to kick it off.
Well, let's look at this, Scott. 2 kicks really have set this up. This field position change that started the second half. Tullahoma tried an onside kick that failed. Peral Cohn's ball at the 48-yard line. Tullahoma stuffs them on a 4th and 4, and then we try to punt the ball away from Barry on Brown. We shank it. We give them a short field, and they capitalize, so they make us pay for it.
And we said Tullahoma had to win the kicking game. Peral Cohn's kickoff is a high kick that'll be taken by Joe Duncan at the 15-yard line. Duncan on the far sideline, got a little bit of room out to the 25. Duncan running hard to the 30, to the 35, close to the 40-yard line. It's Joe Duncan.
Well, that looked like a replay of the start of this game, except down the Tullahoma sidelines. It's on the Peral Cohn, switched on the opposite side of the field. So Duncan's done a good job in the return game tonight. Good field position for the Wildcats. They need to regain that field position.
Spotted at the Tullahoma 38 with 5:06 to go in the third quarter. Wildcats lead 21-7. Ryan Scott brings the offense back on the field. Jackson Sheffield is the tailback. Reagan Tomlin and Malik Grizzard split wide to the left. Joe Duncan, Jacob Dixon stacked on the right side. I think Tullahoma's running on first down every first down, and they'll do it again. Sheffield right in the middle of the field maybe a yard.
Well, yards have been tougher to come by up the middle in the second half. Looks like Peral Cohn's made some adjustments to key on Tullahoma's running game here early in this third quarter.
Gain of 2 for Jackson. 2nd down and 8 Wildcats at the Tullahoma 40.
I'm not going to say too early in the third quarter. We're down to 4:40. Cats up 21-7.
Tullahoma milking every second off that clock. 3 receivers wide right for the Wildcats. Scott, quick pass over the middle for Cummings, incomplete. Boy, that was an outstanding defensive play. And how about a little taunt there? Where's that flag? It's not coming out. Pass incomplete.
Yeah, Peral Cohn playing with a little bit of swag here in the second half. You can just feel the momentum kind of changing a little bit over to the Firebird sidelines here. Tullahoma needs to convert this 3rd down here to keep possession of this football.
Yeah, this is the play of the game so far. 3rd down and 7, Tullahoma. 3rd and 8 at the Wildcat 40-yard line. Scott has Sheffield as the tailback, splits 3 receivers to the right side. And Scott to throw, straight drop. Scott going to tuck it and run. He has got a lot of green grass. Scott dropped. Great tackle by Barry and Brown at the 46-yard line. It's 4th down.
Well, you saw that elite speed. He closed quick on that play. It looked like from here that Scott was going to have that 1st down. He only had 3 or 4 yards to go to get to the sidelines, but that just gap quickly closed there by the cornerback for the Firebirds.
It's 4th down and 3 Wildcats at the Tullahoma 45-yard line.
Well, here we go again. Same scenario. Barry on Brown ready to receive. What do we do with this kick? It's going to be critical.
There's the snap to Chadwick. Chadwick end-over-end kick. This time kicks it out of bounds on the other side of the field. Well, we'll see where they spot it as the official will begin to walk it up. And let's see where this punt landed. 3:34 to go in the 3rd quarter. He's at the 25, at the 26-yard line. So, yes, much better punt for Tullahoma. But Peral Cohn has the ball again.
This Wildcat crowd getting into this when they know this is a key stop here. Firebirds scored a touchdown on their last possession, so Tullahoma needs to knock out this momentum here on this drive.
Yeah, Tullahoma's offense has really been stymied here in this 3rd quarter. Peral Cohn 1st and 10 at the Firebird 26. There's the snap. And this is Brown. And Brown is dropped in the backfield back at the 20-yard line by 56. Big Caden Bradford with a stop.
Bradford back there, but I think in number 45, I think Ethan Anderson got in there quick too.
Barry and Brown limping off the field after a loss of 5.
Yeah, definitely got on him that time. So that's a game changer. And he's down. He made it to the sidelines, but now he's down. He's hurting in pain.
So let's see if Tarleton is back in at quarterback. He is on 2nd and 15 at the Tullahoma 21. So Brown out temporarily. Tarleton straight drop. It's a screen pass to Cromwell complete, but played very well by Tullahoma. A gain of 3 or 4. It will be 3rd and long. Big Cam Robinson on the stop.
Yeah, Tullahoma defense knowing the urgency of this drive that they have to make a stand because Peral Cohn defense playing very good here in the second half. Tullahoma showing their mettle on defense here this drive so far. The first 2 plays knocked Barry and Brown out and effectively playing a nice job defensively on the middle screen.
So 3rd and 11 for the Firebirds at their 24 with 2:20 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Tullahoma leads 21-7. Tarleton. Straight drop. Here comes the pressure. It's a screen pass, and it's batted down by Caden Bradford. 4th and long for the Firebirds. What a play by Bradford.
Oh, no doubt. He made 2 big plays on that. Knocked Barry on Brown down out of the game and now makes that defensive deflection. So Tullahoma forces a 3 and out at a very opportune time. Breaks the momentum of the Firebirds right there.
Well, another issue here is Barry and Brown is Peral Cohn's punter.
Sure, that's right.
So it's 4th and 11. And Peral Cohn gets their backup punter. We saw a punt from 20 earlier. We don't even have a 20. So the Wildcats hold. Dixon at the 50-yard line to receive the punt. It's a high snap, pulled down by the punter, gets away. Pretty good kicks right at Dixon at the 50. Dixon goes to the right. Dixon 45. Dixon 40. Cuts it back at the 35. To the 30. Jacob to the 25. Down to the 23-yard line goes Jacob Dixon. 27-yard punt return.
Well, excellent return. Just a wedge of Wildcat blockers in Cardinal black out in front of him. Beautiful job of blocking. Great job by Dixon to secure the football, change his direction of the field, and, man, we're in business. Set up at their 23-yard line, 22-yard line.
1:55 to go in the third quarter. Cats lead at 21-7. Tullahoma with the football. Great field position, as Ken mentioned, at the Firebird 22. Sheffield is the tailback. 3 receivers split to the left. Peral Cohn's a little confused on their coverage. Scott back to throw. He's looking long. He's got a man wide open. Scott pulls it down, though. And Scott breaks a tackle down to the 20, down to the 15, down to the 10 goes Ryan Scott. I don't know how he didn't see Jacob Dixon wide open in the end zone. Peral Cohn's got another man down.
Scott slippery right there. Yeah, number 8 comes off holding his hand or shoulder, and but he escaped a defender back there. 33 was all over him for the Firebirds, and he escapes that and makes a great run. He's playing ball. He's playing good tonight in the run game, breaking tackles and making good runs.
Peral Cohn's got 27 down.
Mercy.
That's who I saw. Javon Perry, 5'11", 185, junior. 10 yards on the run by Scott. Tullahoma first down and 10 at the Peral Cohn 12. 1:46 to go in the third quarter. Wildcats 21, Firebirds 7. This is the Light Tube Sports Network.
Tullahoma Utilities Authority Light Tube Fiber Internet offers true gigabit service to our customers. We pride ourselves on speed, but the backbone of that speed is local tech support, unmatched customer service, and professional service technicians. To sign up, call 455-4515 to gain the reassurance of Light Tube reliability.
Look at this set. Sheffield behind big blockers all over the place.
Yeah.
Sheffield inside the 10 to the 8. Ken, the Wildcats brought the beef that time.
Oh, definitely the jumbo package there that you see in college football. They just put an extra offensive lineman in the backfield to block, kind of like a fullback, and, going with the girth game there.
Gain of 4, second down and 6. Tullahoma at the Peral Cohn 8.
Well, good news for the Firebirds. Brown is back on the field playing right cornerback, covering Usselton.
Tullahoma, same thing. What do you call it? Jumbo package.
Mm-hmm.
Now they shift them out to the right, to the left side. Peral Cohn's all confused. They're pitched Sheffield that way. Sheffield powers his way down to the 7. So a gain of just a yard or 2, it will be third down, Tullahoma.
Yeah, physical blocking. Lots of hitting going there. There's 2 really great football teams. Tullahoma came in number 2 in the state, Peral Cohn number 3. And right now Greenville is number 1 and Elizabethtown number 4. So keep that in mind as weeks go by throughout this season. Those are your top 4 teams in the state.
30 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Third down and 6, Tullahoma at the Peral Cohn 7. Wildcats can get a first down. Do they have to run a play? Yes. Jumbo package. Scott hands it off. This time it's Cummings, and Cummings got nothing. I mean nothing. Tullahoma willing to eat up some clock and run the ball straight up the middle.
All right.
And the third quarter has come to an end. We've played 36 minutes here at Wilkins Stadium. Tullahoma leads Peral Cohn 21-7 on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Prescott Bottling is proud to present the Talk of T-Town, a show dedicated to showing off all the outstanding events occurring in the Tullahoma City School System. A fourth-generation family business, Prescott Bottling has been servicing Middle Tennessee since 1930 and proudly providing some of the best soft drinks around, including everyone's favorite, Sundrop. For over 50 years, Prescott Bottling and Sundrop have been staples of the Tullahoma community, supporting Tullahoma high school students and celebrating all their success both on and off the field.
Just a huge crowd here at Wilkins Stadium as you get a good look at Tullahoma's cheerleading squad and the huge crowd in the background there. Tullahoma facing 4th down and 8. The ball rests on the Peral Cohn 9-yard line. 4th and 8, Justice Chadwick will attempt a 27-yard field goal from the left hash mark. Snapper Reagan Tomlin, the holder Collins. Snap, the hold, the kick is up. The kick is good. 11:55 to play. 27-yard field goal by Justice Chadwick. Tullahoma leads Peral Cohn 24-7 on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Terry Stroop here with Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. We'd like to take this time to thank everybody for trusting us with their home and their business heating and cooling comfort. We'd like to take this time to remind everybody it's time for fall maintenance checks. They're taking appointments right now. We also would like to congratulate the 2022 class at Tullahoma High School seniors. Special shout out to 2 of those, which are our grandchildren, Mary Catherine and Owen Stroop. Let's go, Wildcats.
Whether it's a home loan, a business loan, a personal loan, a loan for any good reason, Citizens Tri-County Bank is here to help you with the loans you need. With caring, friendly, lending pros at convenient offices across Tullahoma, we love our community and we take pride in helping people get the loans they need. Citizens Tri-County Bank, focused on making loans for the individuals and businesses of our community.
Tullahoma drives 16 yards and converts a 27-yard field goal by Justice Chadwick, and the Wildcats lead Peral Cohn 24-7 with 11:55 to go in the game. Justice Chadwick's kickoff for Tullahoma, a long, deep kick that Barry and Brown lets go into the end zone. He tried to corral it, but just couldn't get to it. Yeah. So Peral Cohn will start at the 20.
Well, Tullahoma bounces back on special teams there, so they have the nice punt return by Jacob Dixon down to the 22. They cap the drive with a field goal that was successful and make this a 3-score game with time on the Wildcat side, only 11:55 to go. Peral Cohn 80 yards away from pay dirt.
Tarleton is in at quarterback. Barry and Brown will split wide to the right side. And here comes Brown in motion. Handoff, though, up the middle. And this is Cromwell, and Cromwell got about 3.
Well, that Wildcat defense has been stingy tonight, Scott, really not giving up many explosive plays at all. They're tackling well. They're gang tackling, running the football, really a trademark that we've seen from this team the last 2 years. Secondary holding up well against his passing attack, too. Very well tonight.
Wildcats will take 3-yard runs all day right
Absolutely.
now. 11:20 left to go. Firebirds struggling to line up here. And Tarleton has running backs on either side, Barry and Brown to his right. This will be Brown. Brown around left end. Tullahoma just trying to catch him. He's out at the 30, to the 35, to the 40, to the 50. Jeez. Barry and Brown just carries Wildcats all the way into Tullahoma territory to the 43-yard line. Man, he's good.
And we had a Wildcat lose his shoe back at the line of scrimmage. He runs 40 yards back down the field to pick it up. Referees are congregating, and we have a flag over here on the sideline.
We do have a flag on the play. It is going to be a personal foul against Tullahoma.
That's going to tack on 15.
It will tack on 15. So the run was for 32 yards. Add 15 more for a personal foul against the Wildcats. They cannot afford those in this football game.
Well, no mystery for Tullahoma who's going to get the ball. Find number 7.
The ball rests at the Tullahoma 30. 1st and 10, Peral Cohn. Cats lead it 24-7. Tarleton, handoff. This is Campbell. Or Cromwell down to the 25. Actually, Jaden Robinson on the carry for Peral Cohn, a gain of 5.
Bradford mixing it up with an offensive lineman from Peral Cohn. So these guys don't like each other, and so this could be a new rivalry emerging in Region 5-4A, no doubt. These two teams going at it tonight.
Yeah, who knows how long the region will last.
True.
But as long as these two teams
Good
are
while
in
it lasts, right?
going to be a rival. Brown comes in motion. Brown will take the shuffle pass. Brown cuts it inside to the 20. Brown to the 15. Jumps over a defender at the 10
Gee.
and is finally brought down at the 8-yard line. So that's a pass to Brown. Goes from the 25 to the 8. Gain of 17.
We saw a little bit of every kind of move imaginable to man on that one, including a hurdle jump.
First down and goal, Peral Cohn at the Wildcat 8. 10-15 left to go. Cats lead at 24-7. Handoff. Down to the end zone, close to the end zone, and into the end zone goes Jaden Robinson for the 8-yard touchdown. So Peral Cohn edging ever closer.
Well, they scored so quick that time. I don't know what the time of possession was, but there's still 10:06 on the clock, so they did not expire much time on that drive at all. Too quick to score that one time.
A minute and 49 seconds. And this is a critical extra point. Try to pull within 10. Snap is down. The kick is up, and that kick is good. 10:06 left to play here. Tullahoma 24, Peral Cohn 14. This is the Light Tube Sports Network.
Furniture and Merchandise Outlet is a factory direct furniture store based here in Tennessee. Family owned and operated for 27 years, we promise you hometown service and the guaranteed best price in the state every time. Come see our 30,000 square foot showroom with a warehouse to match, and we'll help you shop for every room in your home. Thank you, Tullahoma, for voting us Finest Furniture Store 3 years in a row. We look forward to many more.
Woods Family Dentistry understands you never get a second chance to make a good first impression, and your smile is an important part of that impression. That's why they put together the most experienced, friendly, and professional staff. Add to that the most sophisticated diagnostic and treatment technology available. The result is a winning smile so powerful you could break ice with it. Visit the smile experts at Glicken Woods Family Dentistry and let your smile be the first thing people notice about you. Glicken Woods Family Dentistry, glickenwoods.com, or find them on Facebook.
Peral Cohn drives 80 yards in 5 plays, scoring on an 8-yard touchdown run by Jaden Robinson, and the Firebirds pull within 10 with 10:06 to go, 24-14 Tullahoma.
We'll see if they onside kick here. Still 10 minutes left, down by 10 points. They've outscored us 14-3 here in the second half. Their defense definitely stiffened, and you see just a quicker tempo and a little bit more urgency offensively by the Firebirds in the second half. They go deep.
Kickoff, deep kick. Jacob Dixon will corral it at the 3. Dixon to the 10, to the 15, to the 20. Dixon to the 25-yard line, and that's where he has dropped. The ball is loose, but I think it popped loose when he hit the ground. So it'll be Tullahoma's football.
I agree. So 9:57, we're under 10 minutes. Cats up in this showdown, number 2 against number 3. Number 2 Tullahoma versus number 3 Peral Cohn. First place at stake in an undefeated season intact for the winner of this game.
Tullahoma's had 2 6-minute-plus drives. Ken, that's really what the Wildcats need here now.
Be just what the doctor ordered. No doubt about it.
Tullahoma will split Joe Duncan and Jacob Dixon to the right side. Jackson Sheffield, the tailback, with Ryan Scott. Hadn't seen a lot of Keyshawn Cummings here in the second half. Here's Sheffield. Jackson lowers his head and fights his way out to the 29, a gain of 4.
Nice run up the middle. Nice burst there by Sheffield. Lots of energy on that. Kept his feet moving. Burrows to the 29 for 4 yards.
Has Tullahoma gotten too conservative here in the second half?
Well, they have let the air out a little bit. I think, maybe playing a little bit of conservative, just trying to not turn the ball over. But as quick as Peral Cohn scored on that last drive, you got to be a little concerned. Need to score some points here.
Cats line it up, 2nd and 6 at the 24, at the 29. Scott on the keeper. Scott dragged down from behind. He got nothing, maybe lost a yard.
Well, I'm sorry that we don't have a name for 33 on the roster. It goes from 32 to 34, but this 33 has been a force on defense for Peral Cohn. He's playing really good here in the second half especially.
So a loss of a yard that time for Ryan Scott. It is 3rd down and 7 Tullahoma at the Wildcat 25. I said 25. It's the 28. I'm losing my mind. Scott, quick pass over the middle, complete to a diving Jacob Dixon, and that's a Wildcat first down.
Well, just a clutch, and we have a late penalty behind the line here. What in the world happened? But a clutch catch by Dixon.
Illegal man downfield. Tullahoma, it's coming back.
Boy, that was called very late. Dixon had caught the ball, rolled over, got up off the ground, and then you see the flag come in very late there.
So an illegal man downfield nullifies a first down for the Wildcats, takes it back to the 24-yard line.
Boy, put a star by that play. 8:26 to go. Tullahoma had a new set of downs erased by the penalty there. Penalties hurting Tullahoma here in the second half.
Really are. Spotted at the 24, 3rd and 11 Wildcat, or 2nd and 11 Wildcats. 8:10 left to go. Tullahoma leads 24-14. Ryan Scott wants to throw. Little pump fake. Now Scott rolls out to the left. Pass out to Joe Duncan, complete. Duncan tiptoes down the sideline to the 34. He's a yard short of the first down.
Well, we see that pump fake, with Scott. He's really doing a good job with that. Worked on it in the offseason. We see his maturation process of him getting better and better every single game. And
all right,
he's
Coach,
playing well tonight.
What are you doing? 4th down and 1 at your 34-yard line.
I think I'd try to draw them off sides. If they don't jump, take the penalty. You got to punt. Do you punt to Barry and Brown? I might go for it.
Tullahoma's going for it. Scott with Sheffield to his right. Is he trying to draw him off sides? Perhaps.
Looks like it.
Clock running? No, clock stopped. 7:57 to go. Tullahoma leads by 10. And the Wildcats take a timeout. Tullahoma leading Peral Cohn 24-14 on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Rodney's Body Shop was voted Never's Choice Small Business of the Year by the Tullahoma Area Chamber of Commerce for 2016, and we work daily to earn that award from every one of our customers. We specialize in using the most current technology available, including environmentally friendly waterborne paint. We work with all insurance companies and will gladly help you with any insurance claims or questions you may have. Call us at 931-455-2570 or come by our new office located at 606 South Jefferson Street. Be sure to look for the bright red door.
It's football time in Tennessee, and nobody tackles the competition like the Russell Barnett Automotive family. With 6 locations to serve you, certified collision center, over 1,000 new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from at russellbarnett.com, hometown auto rental, limited lifetime powertrain warranty on certain units, certified pre-owned units. Too many reasons to mention why. Keep asking the question, why buy anywhere else?
You said it.
We're back. 7:57 left to go. Tullahoma 4th down and 1, and the Wildcats will punt it away from the Wildcat 34-yard line. Justice Chadwick set to punt. Barry and Brown set to return the punt.
Dangerous juncture in this football game.
Reagan Tomlin with a great snap. Chadwick kicks it, and Brown's going to watch it. Just watch it. Tullahoma gets it all the way down to the 15-yard line, and that's where it's down. 50-yard punt for
clutch.
Justice Chadwick.
Tremendous kick there, and he's limping a little bit as Chadwick after that one, but he booted that one 50 yards and flipped field position. 7:47 left on the clock. They can't run fast enough, Scott.
Peral Cohn will have the ball at their 16-yard line. And the Firebirds pulled to within 10 here in the 4th quarter, outscoring Tullahoma in the second half 14-3. Tarleton is the quarterback. Brown comes in motion left to right. He'll fake the handoff to Brown, and Tarleton wants to go long, and that pass is incomplete. It will be pass interference against the Wildcats.
Yeah, and that was a smart pass interference, so that was a surefire touchdown because number 11 was behind our defense. That's Justin Vila. a 6 foot, 177-pound senior receiver. He got behind us on that one.
So a DPI against the Wildcats gives Peral Cohn a first down. You know, in high school, it's only a 15-yard penalty. So, yeah, if you think you're beaten, you got to go after him and get that penalty because it's 15 yards. So up to the 30 goes Peral Cohn, 1st and 10.
Well, and if you're in the defensive backfield for Tullahoma, you can't let guys behind you.
7:39 to go. Darlington hands it to Brown. Brown around left end. Brown breaking tackles left and right, 50, 45, 40. Brown down to the 38-yard line of Tullahoma. Burying Brown for 40.
Well, Landon Fouch saved a touchdown on that. It looked like he was going to break away for a long touchdown, but nonetheless, Peral Cohn on the march again.
Inside Tullahoma territory at the 38-yard line, 31 yards for Burying Brown. Here's a handoff to Cromwell, and Cromwell slips his way inside the 30. A little short of a first down.
Yeah, Peral Cohn has a player down. One of his own players picks him up and gets him to the sidelines. You know, hurry up offense for Peral Cohn, not huddling now. Not huddling here. 7:09 remains on the clock.
2nd down and 1 for the Firebirds. I don't know what our chain crew's doing on the far sideline. Ken, I've seen the chain crew moving during a play more often than I've ever seen in my life. They were moving that time.
They can't.
He was short of the first down. They moved it down there anyway.
Jeez.
So on that play, Robinson picked up only a yard. It's going to be 2nd and 1, but it was supposed to be 2nd and 1 anyway.
Well, I know it's a baseball analogy, but they call this the fastball offense here in football, the way they're playing.
We totally botched the yardstick, the yard markers right there. Here's Burying Brown. Brown is loose on the right side. Stiff arms a man at the 20. We're not going to catch him. Touchdown, Peral Cohn, 27 yards away, Burying Brown.
Well, we had a shot. Will Parton had his hands on him, and you get your hands. One thing we talked about early on was open field tackling for Tullahoma. You can't let number 7 get away. If you get your hands on him, you better get him down first time.
Well, Peral Cohn has sucked all of the air out of Wilkins Stadium here in the second half, trying to pull within 3 with the point after. Tullahoma's gone ultra-conservative on offense, and the Cats are paying for it. There's the snap. Extra point is up and good. 6:48 to go. Tullahoma 24, Peral Cohn 21. This is the Light Tube Sports Network.
Woodard's Diamonds and Design has a new location, and our design team is ready to help you kick off the fall season. Let's go! Stop by and let our design team help you score a touchdown with the perfect gift from Woodard's. Touchdown!
Are you looking for that special place to eat? A place that makes you feel like home? If so, the Sundrop Shop is the place to go. Open Tuesday through Saturday from 8 to 3, the Sundrop Shop has a menu to satisfy everyone's taste buds. Their soups, sandwiches, salads, and breakfast are made from scratch, served all day long. And don't forget their selection of handmade frozen treats from milkshakes to sundaes. The Sundrop Shop is a proud sponsor of the Talk of T-Town and always enjoy celebrating the success of our Tullahoma students. Join us as we say, Go Cats!
Peral Cohn travels 84 yards in 59 seconds, helped by a defensive pass interference. Scores on a 27-yard Burying Brown run and pulls to within 3. Tullahoma 24, Firebirds 21, 6:48 to go. And we got flag on the kickoff here, so somebody might have been offsides.
Well, Cats now outscored 21-3 here in the second half. It's a 24-21 game, 6:48 to go. Talk about a response drive needed.
Yeah, Tullahoma needs to respond here.
And Tullahoma needs to pull out all stops, pull it together. The offensive line's played good tonight. Ryan Scott's not turned the ball over. We're not turning the ball over. We're just on roller skates on defense right now. They just Peral Cohn is taking it to us here in the second half.
Well, and it's not just defense. We've scored 3 points in the second half.
Yeah.
Tullahoma's a high-scoring team.
Sure.
And just gone really conservative offensively. A lot of runs up the middle. And the Firebirds have caught us. So it's a 3-point game now. 6:48 to go. The winner will be in first place in Region 5 4A. The loser playing catch-up for the rest of the year, trying to secure a home playoff game. Peral Cohn will kick it off again, and Dixon will catch it at the 10. Jacob comes to the near side, to the 15, to the 20, gets a block at the 25, to the 30, and spins out of bounds at the 35-yard line. That's where Tullahoma will begin.
Well, he's done a tremendous job as Jacob Dixon tonight in the return game. And, you know, you go back to that last drive, that sequence before Peral Cohn took the ball 84 yards in 59 seconds. Tullahoma had a third down play where Dixon caught the ball for a first down on a sliding catch, a beautiful catch, negated for a penalty. Those kind of 5-yard penalties taking away first downs can cost you football games.
Absolutely. That was an illegal man downfield. Tullahoma lines it up. 1st and 10 at the Wildcat 35. Handoff Keyshawn Cunningham, and Cunningham's got 4.
So Tullahoma's got 18 back in the game. So they know Tullahoma knows they got to score points here. You know, their field goal lead here, 6:26 to go. We've seen how fast Peral Cohn can strike here and score, especially with number 7 on the field. Anytime you put the ball in his hands, it's time for Tullahoma's offense to win the game here with a drive.
I like that.
Defense has done their job. It's time for the offense to finish this thing.
2nd down and 6, Wildcats at the Tullahoma 39. 3 receivers to the right. Cummings is the tailback. Handoff Keyshawn, a yard. It's 3rd and 5.
Peral Cohn knocking some heads. They've kind of really, in the second half, their defensive line has beat us up front. So you got to credit their defensive line. They've really taking it to us here in the second half.
Well, you know, when you continue to run right into their face, they have an opportunity to.
But in the first half, we were moving the ball like that. We had a couple 6-minute drives on them, you know, through the run.
Handoff, no, keeper, Scott, round the left side. Ryan Scott trying to fight his way for the first down. I think he got it.
Huge first down right there. 3rd down conversion there for Tullahoma. They put the ball in the hands of their best athlete, Ryan Scott.
Tullahoma needed 5. They got 6. It's a Wildcat first down at the 46-yard line.
Big play. Now as we approach the 5-minute mark of this contest.
Cats have Dixon lined up on the left side. Duncan and Reagan Tomlin to the right. Cummings remains the tailback. Clock ticks, 4:50 left to go. Cummings, nothing. I mean, he's driven backwards, lost a yard.
Well, the strength of the Tullahoma team is that offensive lines, but, you know, it's gut check time right now, folks.
Keyshawn's given the benefit of the doubt.
Oh, yeah.
No gain on the play.
Generous spot.
Spotted at the 45. Call it 2nd and 11. Clock runs, 4:15 to go. Tullahoma leads 24-21. Wildcats with the football, 2nd down and 11 at the Tullahoma 45. 3 receivers split to the right side.
Passing down.
2nd and 11. Handoff Cummings. Cummings straight up the middle. Got maybe 3. Tullahoma very conservative as Zach Swagger lost his helmet. Has to come off for a play. Spotted at the 47-yard line. A gain of 2. And I guess Peral Cohn's called a timeout. The clock's still running. Now it stops, 3:38.
Yeah, they're probably
timeout on the field.
Restore some time on that clock.
3:38 to go. Tullahoma 24, Peral Cohn 21. This is the Light Tube Sports Network.
Terry Stroop here with Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. We'd like to take this time to thank everybody for trusting us with their home and their business heating and cooling comfort. We'd like to take this time to remind everybody it's time for fall maintenance checks. They're taking appointments right now. We also would like to congratulate the 2022 class at Tullahoma High School seniors. Special shout out to two of those, which are our grandchildren, Mary Catherine and Owen Stroop. Let's go, Wildcat.
Dixon wants to throw. Dixon's going to throw it downfield, and that pass is incomplete, intended for Chris Usselton. It's 4th down. So a little trickery by the Wildcats. Yep. Doesn't work.
Well, Dixon's got a good arm. We saw him in baseball this year. Quite an athlete. Played a fantastic game tonight. Pass a little underthrown on that. The receiver may have had a step, but these defensive backs for Peral Cohn, you know, that's one thing we talked about was this overall team speed that they possess.
I'm surprised that Usselton hasn't really been used in the offense tonight. And Grant Chadwick will punt for the Wildcats. So you saw Justice limping, and Grant's going to punt it to Barry and Brown. And he punts it to the Tullahoma sideline. There's a flag on the play. Peral Cohn's really excited now, Ken.
Yeah, they're jumping up and down. They know they're one score away from taking lead. All of them out there doing jumping jacks. So Tullahoma short on special teams. They're having to put the backup punter in, Chadwick number 2. They rush a guy onto the field. They get a legal procedure. 2 or 3 of the linemen jumped early. So, yeah, this game is flipped.
So it will be 4th and 15 at the Tullahoma 41. 3:31 left to go. Wildcats lead at 24-21. Tullahoma set to punt with Grant Chadwick, and Barry and Brown is deep. There's the snap. Chadwick gets it away, kicks it to the sideline. Tullahoma's willing to give up field position to not put the hands in Barry and Brown, and the Wildcats have given up a lot of field position here in the second half. Spotted at the 42-yard line. Going to come right down to the wire.
We punted that from our 41, so that's 9-8, the 17-yard punt.
Tullahoma crowd gets on its feet with 3:25 left to go. Peral Cohn has 58 yards to go to win this football game. Here's Tarleton, hand it to Brown, and Brown for the first time is stacked up in the backfield. Painter and Stroop converge to drop Barry and Brown for a loss.
Well, we got to stop Brown to win this game. They can tie it with a field goal, but they're going to try to get 7. So we're going to be keying on number 7 on this drive.
I don't know why you would even look at anybody
else.
No,
sir. And now they've got him in the Wildcat. So it's us against him.
2:55 to go. Cats lead it by 3. Peral Cohn 2nd and 15 at the 37-yard line of the Firebirds. Here's Brown. Brown going to take it straight up the middle. Break 1, 2, 3. And finally, the 4th tackler brings him down at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, tackle finally made by Landon Fouch. And now we did see Brown. Brown's down again. He's hurt this time. So
he is so strong, Ken. One guy just can't seem to tackle him. A gain of 13 yards. Peral Cohn will have it 3rd down and about 2. And Barry and Brown is still on the ground. We'll keep it right here for a minute. 2:25 to go.
He's writhing in pain. You know, and I was just going to mention before he took off with that run that he did complete one, significant pass back from that Wildcat quarterback position.
He sure did.
He doesn't necessarily just run the ball. This guy is a highly talented, we've seen some good football players, but this guy may be the best that we've seen come to Wilkins Stadium in a long time.
He's got a serious cramp going. Trainers are trying to work it out. So, either way this thing goes.
Gives us a chance to catch our breath, Scott. 2:25 left. What are you seeing here? What do we got to do to pull this thing out?
Score. Either way this thing goes, what we've seen here is these two teams are pretty comparable, right?
Yeah.
They're pretty comparable. So might they see each other down the road in a playoff game? Yes. Is it probably going to be on the field of whoever wins this game tonight? Yes. Is it doomsday for whoever doesn't win the game? No.
Well said.
Tarleton is the quarterback, 2:25 to go. Peral Cohn 3rd down and 1 at the Tullahoma 49. Handoff. Cromwell, he didn't make it.
Swallowed
Duffed
up
for no gain.
Logan Crouch and company looked like Caden Tucker knifed through and got him low. Crouch finished him off. He's limping a little bit, but a loss on the play, it looked like.
Spotted at the 49, no gain. 4th down and 1.
2 minutes left. Brown back in.
1:55 to go.
4th and 1. This is it. 1:49 to go. Barry and Brown back in for Peral Cohn.
It's the play of the game. 1:45 to go. Peral Cohn strong side, left side, and the Firebirds need to talk. 1:41 remaining. Tullahoma 24, Peral Cohn 21. This is the Light Tube Sports Network.
Citizens Tri-County Bank has the checking, loans, savings, and traditional banking services you want. Plus free internet banking and bill pay, bank your change, Visa gift card, and lots more state-of-the-art banking services. We focus on the service and services you want. So you can bank when, where, and how you want, at our offices or from just about anywhere. Citizens Tri-County Bank, the only community bank you'll ever need.
It's time for the best tailgating experience in Tennessee. Each home game, Friday at 5 p.m., join us here at T-Town for a fun-filled, action-packed experience to celebrate your Tullahoma Wildcats. Come enjoy a variety of family-friendly games, as well as your favorite game day meals, brought to you by the THS Quarterback Club and Band Boosters. Want to get in on this extravagant tailgating experience? For just $100, reserve a tent now for the whole season by emailing Jason Quick at the address below. The time is running out. Better hurry before it's too late.
Lines it up. This is the ball game. Snap to Brown. Barry and Brown around the left side. 1st down and more. Brown to the 40 and is tackled at the 37-yard line. 1st down, Peral Cohn, a gain of 12.
My goodness, this guy limps off with a cramp 3 plays ago. He might be down again. 1st down on 4th and 1, just a direct snap. Looks like there's a flag or something back around the 49-yard line, or is that just a piece of paper?
Yeah.
Okay, piece of paper out on the field.
1:34 left to go. Peral Cohn with the football at the 37-yard line of Tullahoma. Look at the yard markers. You see what I'm talking about? This has been the case the whole game. They have no clue on the far side what they're doing with the yard markers. They don't know where the ball is. Now we got a penalty against Tullahoma. I did not – what is that call? Did not see that call, but the ball's all the way down at the 22-yard line. That was a 15-yard penalty.
The referee didn't even
against
give
the
us a
Wildcats.
signal what it was. No signal.
Peral Cohn lines it up. 1:29 left to go. Here's Brown. Brown around the left side, 20. Brown to the 15, driven out of bounds. What was the penalty? It was a killer, whatever it was. And now there's another flag on the play. This is going to be holding against Peral Cohn. So a little bit of a makeup maybe.
1:22 on the clock, so there's plenty of time there. Tullahoma's just going to have to make a stop, try to force a turnover. They have 2 in this game. Be a great time to get number 3.
Ball will be spotted at the 31-yard line of the Wildcats.
Oh, you got to feel a little bit better. That was knocking on the door on us, but they're one play away from taking the lead. Tullahoma's going to have to bow up here on defense.
First down and 19, Peral Cohn at the Tullahoma 31. 1:22 left to go. Cats lead it 24-21.
Scott, I'm up here biting my fingernails.
Tarleton, the quarterback. Brown will line up on his left hip. Tarleton rolls right, wants to throw. Tarleton looks deep. Tarleton's going to have to run it. Tarleton's got some room. The ball is loose. It's been recovered by Tullahoma's Will Parton. Tarleton fumbled the football, and Will Parton recovers for the Wildcats, and Tullahoma's going to escape with a win on the turnover.
Well, I was just talking about it be a great opportunity for Tullahoma's third turnover. Caden Bradford was chased the quarterback out of the pocket. He takes off. I think Painter either knocked the ball out. The Peral Cohn players dejected, several of them taking their helmets off as they go to their sidelines.
Supposed to be a flag.
Supposed to be a flag. They've got about 5 guys with helmets off right now on the field. Tullahoma recovers.
At the 25-yard line.
They should be able to win this game now. 1:15 to go and run this clock. 2 timeouts left. Only 1 timeout left by Peral Cohn.
Yeah,
we should be able to bleed it, Scott.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wow, Tullahoma defense, you know, when push comes to shove, they came up in clutch situation, create the turnover. Great pressure by Caden Bradford trying to run the quarterback down. They make the hit. The ball jars loose. The Cardinal helmets jump all over it.
Sometimes you got to make your break.
You make your break.
Make your break. And Tullahoma made the break right there.
Wow. That is, you know, circle that play going down, you know, through the season into the playoffs, man. That is big time right there for Tullahoma. You will recall this play.
Forever.
We will, man. That's a big one. It's a big football game. You know, it's about as big as you can get for a regular season. We talked about, was this the biggest regular season game Tullahoma's ever played at Wilkins Stadium? Perhaps.
Number ranked.
Yeah, certainly.
Teams ranked second and third in the state. Squaring off here, Wildcats in the victory formation. First down, Ryan Scott Niels. So every time he does, I'll say 4, run, 0. Peral Cohn's not going to stop the clock. Tullahoma's going to win this football game. And we are going to talk to Wildcat head coach John Olive at the end of this. After the conclusion of this game, I'll be down on the field and talk with Coach Olive. I'm sure an excited Coach Olive. I'm excited, and I'm not the coach. But I've watched enough of these football games, I think I could be. No, I'm kidding. Tullahoma will move to 5-0 on the year. The Wildcats go to 3-0 in District 8 AAA. Peral Cohn will fall to 5-1 on the year and 3-1 in District 8 AAA. You can wrap this one in cardinal and black. The Tullahoma Wildcats have hosted and defeated Peral Cohn 24-21. Ken, dynamite win.
Oh, no doubt. We doused the Firebirds, knocked out their winning season. The teams come out and congratulate each other. Just a great high school football game, Scott. Great atmosphere, great crowd. They were into it, stomping in the stands. The Wildcat growl was coming over the loudspeakers in the Jumbotron, and Tullahoma ekes out a 24-21 victory. A tremendous win for the Wildcats. Coach John Olive and his team will be celebrating shortly as these Wildcat fans are so happy.
We'll take a break, and Kim will be back with a wrap-up, and I'll be back to talk with Wildcat head coach John Olive. Again, your final from Wilkins Stadium. Tullahoma 24, Peral Cohn 21. This is the Light Tube Sports Network.
Prescott Bottling is proud to present the Talk of T-Town, a show dedicated to showing off all the outstanding events occurring in the Tullahoma City School System. A fourth-generation family business, Prescott Bottling has been servicing Middle Tennessee since 1930 and proudly providing some of the best soft drinks around, including everyone's favorite, Sundrop. For over 50 years, Prescott Bottling and Sundrop have been staples of the Tullahoma community, supporting Tullahoma high school students and celebrating all their success both on and off the field.
Terry Stroop here with Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. We'd like to take this time to thank everybody for trusting us with their home and their business heating and cooling comfort. We'd like to take this time to remind everybody it's time for fall maintenance checks. They're taking appointments right now. We also would like to congratulate the 2022 class at Tullahoma High School seniors. Special shout out to two of those, which are our grandchildren, Mary Catherine and Owen Stroop. Let's go, Wildcats.
Whether it's a home loan, a business loan, a personal loan, a loan for any good reason, Citizens Tri-County Bank is here to help you with the loans you need. With caring, friendly, lending pros at convenient offices across Tullahoma, we love our community and we take pride in helping people get the loans they need. Citizens Tri-County Bank, focused on making loans for the individuals and businesses of our community.
Furniture and Merchandise Outlet is a factory direct furniture store based here in Tennessee. Family owned and operated for 27 years, we promise you hometown service and the guaranteed best price in the state, every time. Come see our 30,000 square foot showroom with a warehouse to match, and we'll help you shop for every room in your home. Thank you, Tullahoma, for voting us Finest Furniture Store 3 years in a row. We look forward to many more.
We are back at Wilkins Stadium as the Wildcat team and Coach John Oliver celebrating a tantalizing 24-21 victory over the previously undefeated Peral Cohn Firebirds. This was a highly touted matchup, one of the top in the state of two Region 5 4A powerhouses. Peral Cohn came into the game ranked number 3, Tullahoma ranked number 2. Both teams undefeated for this showdown. Peral Cohn brought in one of the top high school players in the nation, and we saw his skills on display tonight. Mr. Peral Brown, be watching him at the college level. But tonight, the Tullahoma Wildcats defeat Peral Cohn 24-21. So as we look at this game tonight, you know, we knew it was going to be a tight matchup. In the first half, Tullahoma outscored Peral Cohn 21-0. The defense was fantastic. Tullahoma pitches the shutout in the first half. In the second half, the Firebirds, you know, show their character, and they mount a furious rally. They outscored Tullahoma 21-3 in the second half. They have a chance driving inside Tullahoma's 25-yard line. They have run it to about the 15 and have a penalty, call it back. Then the quarterback dropped back to pass. Tullahoma pushes him out of the pocket. They hit him, and he fumbles the football. Tullahoma recovers and runs out the clock, and they win 24-21. So, as I said, Tullahoma had a very impressive first half, which they actually dominated. They come out, and they receive the opening kickoff, and they score on their first possession at the 5:56 mark of the first quarter. Tullahoma running back Keyshawn Cummings scored on a 2-yard touchdown plunge. The PAT by Justice Chadwick was good. Tullahoma led 7-0 early. The Cats hold. They hold Peral Cohn on their possession. They force a punt. And Jacob Dixon, who had numerous key punt returns tonight, very good in the return game, was Tullahoma tonight. He returns the ball with good yardage. Tullahoma scores again. This time, Ryan Scott had a 27-yard touchdown pass to Jacob Dixon, who was wide open. Dixon takes it into the end zone. Cats led 14-0 at the 2:20 mark in the first quarter. So Tullahoma gets off to a great start, just like they did against Creekwood, scoring their first two possessions of the game. They lead it 14-0 and they take complete control of the game. Peral Brown was not without some plays in the first half. He did have a 52-yard return on the kickoff, but Peral Cohn not able to do anything with it. The Wildcat defense played tough all night. They recover a fumbled exchange. Jaden Taylor, number 66, gets the first Wildcat turnover, and the Wildcats take over in the ground game. They bleed the clock methodically. They go up 21-0 on the strength of Jackson Sheffield. He showed out 8 carries in the drive. It was the Jackson Sheffield show in the second quarter. On that possession, they scored the 3:47 mark. Cats up 21-0 after the PAT, a 6-minute, 40-second time-consuming drive. So Tullahoma led 21-0 at the half. Second half was a different story. The tempo changed offensively for Peral Cohn. They ran their plays quickly and they scored quickly. So they received the second half kickoff. They finally score in the fourth quarter. They scored on the first play of the first. No, I'm sorry. Let me take that back. They score at the 5:14 mark of the third quarter on a Cromwell TD rush, making it 21-7. Tullahoma adds a field goal to go up 24-7. The first play of the fourth quarter, and a furious rally falls short for Peral Cohn. I think we've got Scott Chastain with winning coach John Olive down on the field ready to go now.
Welcome down to the WC Dub Cooper Field. I'm with Tullahoma head coach John Olive. Coach, you just beat undefeated third-ranked Peral Cohn at homecoming. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I'm so proud of our young men. That was a very good football team that we beat. Brown may be the best football player that I've ever watched on a high school field. Personally, I'm just telling you. I told him after the game that I'd played against or coached against Peral Cohn when they had Santonio Beard, and he was a better football player than Santonio Beard.
Yeah, it was just almost impossible to bring down. But let's talk about the winning team, the Wildcats. Our player of the game tonight was JT Taylor. He was just phenomenal. Of course, he's a center, but on defense, JT made some real great plays.
Yes, and we got caught in a bind because Brody Melton got hurt on the first series of the game, and he's been playing defensive end, so it made it where JT and Caden Bradford had to go almost the whole way. And boy, it was a fight up there, and JT he battled his heart out, and I'm super proud of that young man.
Joe Duncan came back with a nice game, Coach, after kind of struggling last week. Didn't throw the ball a whole lot, 5 of 6 through the air in the first half, but this was a line of scrimmage game, Coach, and your line of scrimmage was awesome.
Well, thank you. We probably got a little too conservative in the second half, as we probably should have been a little bit more wide open and throwing the football a little bit, but that's my fault because I told them, hey, the clock's our friend and let's grind. And we had been grinding it pretty good against them in the first half, but hats off PC. They got a lot tougher there, but I'm proud. I mean, Ryan made some big plays for us. Those two running backs, Keyshawn and Chef, they both were running hard. And then what can you say about those linemen? Those linemen getting after it.
Well, don't get mad if you watch the replay and hear me say that you're getting too conservative, because I did, and you know that you were. But, you started to feel that Peral Cohn momentum, Coach, and once that happens, it's hard to stop. Talk about this play that won the game, this turnover.
Well, I don't know who hit him. You probably do. I just saw the body come flying in and the ball coming out and rolling down the field, and I know that cousin, Will Parton, got on the football for us, and, it took a lot of suspense out because you were just, how many more times are they don't be able to run the ball and us not be able to tackle them, and, they get in the end zone. But, hey, we did what we had to do to win, and I cannot be more proud. This team's now beaten, an undefeated Marshall County team. We've now beaten an undefeated Peral Cohn team. That's two real big wins, not only in the region, but just telling you how hard these guys work at trying to be a good football team.
And Coach, another thing this win does is give you potential home field advantage in the playoffs. We got a lot of region play left to go. You got to win 12 straight games to win a state championship, but you got to start with next week.
That's right. We start with Hillwood, and we'll head to their place next Friday. Everything's been I'm just telling you, trips have been really a trip this year. Last year, I thought because of COVID it would be difficult, but it's a lot more difficult getting travel arrangements and setting up food and so forth. Last week it took us 2 hours and 33 minutes to get to Kenwood. Our players reacted well, and that's what we've talked about, is that you got to be able to adjust on the run. Tonight, I put us way behind schedule in warm-ups. I got too emotional in there talking, and So we cut our warm-up a little short, and we already knew it was going to have to be short. So I'm proud of these guys. They make adjustments not only on the field but off the field, and we'll keep working. We got to get Hillwood next, and then we'll probably have our third undefeated team coming here in 2 weeks.
Coach, you won homecoming, beat undefeated team, ranked in the top 5. Congratulations.
Thank you. It was just nice to maybe knock them out of the Super 25.
What a great atmosphere.
It was an awesome atmosphere. I thought it was really good. You know,
thanks, Coach.
A lot of noise, and I'm telling you, it was intense down there on that field. I've not been around this intense a game in a long time.
Good deal. Congratulations, Coach. John Olive, the head coach of the victorious Tullahoma Wildcats. Tullahoma beats Peral Cohn 24-21 to celebrate homecoming 2021. For the Light Tube crew and Ken Keller, I'm Scott Chastain. Be good to each other.